arguing right now. Yeah. I believe that abortion is morally permissible. That's my stance on abortion.
So I don't even. Yeah, go ahead, Rose.
I just want to ask before you get to the
and Raps. I appreciate you for letting me come up here. Y'all was real respectful and y'all dropped some knowledge, and I just respect y'all doing this. I appreciate it. I'm about to jump off.
I thought we were arrogant, angry black women because we attacked the white woman. What you mean?
He never said that. He never said that. But I feel like you was thinking at the end,
like
bro.
that one comment to I just didn't like that one comment to the I forget her name already, but girl.
But bro, why I gotta care? Why do I have to care? Why do I have to care?
You don't have to, but you don't have to care, and I don't have to not care.
Yeah, and if it was one of the topics, obviously I'd be open to talk about that all day with her. But that's not one of the topics that we're talking about today. And she went on a whole tangent.
I mean, I don't feel like you just disrespected her. Like just
I didn't.
I was just saying, like, oh
she
damn,
was good.
She seemed kind of like weak and innocent a little bit. So
she a grown ass woman. She's good.
My bad. I ministered that. I'm just saying.
She good. Anyway, have a good night. Get some rest. It's too fucking.
Wait, can I just ask you before you get to the troll? And this is just for my own. Like never mind. I'll just wait till a different day. It's too many people.
That's me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. See you later. Do good. Not troll. Savishi, whatever you want to introduce yourself. Name, age, pronouns, race.
Well, you would call me a white person, but I don't believe in white or black.
Do you want to try?
I think that's a made-up term.
Do you want to try another day? Name, age, pronouns, race. Go ahead, bro.
Well, you see my name here.
All right, bro. We'll catch you maybe tomorrow. It's 2:30 a.m. I don't have the patience. Like I don't understand what people are doing.
Monica.
Go ahead, Monica. Introduce yourself.
Hi, Monica, 34, she, her, and I'm black.
Alrighty, awesome. Do you agree with all of these things? Is there stuff that you might disagree with here?
So I do disagree with, no, I agree with everything, honestly. I definitely agree. Now, I have a question, and I want to know why is this happening like this? So why is it that white people take a big thing of coming on black panels and just crashing out? Like, why people think that's funny? Like, that's not, to me, I just feel like that is so irritating. And then you have other white people that's defending this type of stuff and saying, oh, yeah, I mean, I don't see anything they're doing wrong.
Yeah.
What you mean when you coming on these panels and they...
Okay, it looks like this person's straight up not going to connect, so we'll move on. Yo, how old are you?
Hello?
Yo, how old are you?
35.
Okay, what brings you to me?
Well, I was watching your show the other day, and I can't remember the prompt, but it was an interesting conversation, I guess.
It was probably the same prompt, or the only other prompt that I've recently... Probably. The only other prompt I've recently run is that ICE is a terror group.
Okay. Well, What do you mean by ICE is your enemy? What does that mean to you?
It means that free Americans, like Americans who care about the Constitution and our way of life, should consider ICE a threat to that way of life.
And what way of life exactly is that you're referring to?
Particularly if you care about the First Amendment, Second Amendment, Fourth Amendment, and Fifth Amendment, which are all really important.
Do you want the United States to have a border?
Yeah.
Okay. What entity should enforce the border if not ICE?
First of all, I never made the claim to abolish ICE. I think you're taking some liberties there, but I do support.
Well, you said they're their enemy, so obviously there's something. I mean, how could you want something to exist if it's a T organization and your enemy? I mean, I mean, maybe I'm making a leap, but
so
it seems...
so. I'll give you an example where the Gestapo, the secret police of the Nazis, were they the enemy of free people in Germany?
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on what side of the situation you're on, then, for sure.
You think that was you think there was like a debate?
I mean, I'm
whether or not they were like morally.
Well, I'm not going to do the gotchas because it's just going to go.
It's not a gotcha. It's literally not a gotcha. It was a freebie. It was a freebie.
No,
I literally expect.
No, because you're just framing the issue. No, because you're just framing the issue in a controversial way. So I can't maneuver at all. I understand how debates work. So.
I don't think you do.
Look,
that was a point of common ground.
You didn't answer. No. You asked you a question. I said. I asked you the question and you didn't answer, so you're maneuvering away from it. So
I don't know why you're so upset already. Okay,
I'm not totally upset. I just don't want to. I don't want to get into. I don't want to get in the weeds.
I can feel your blood pressure rising. You're getting upset. Okay, so look, I can not go with the analogy if you like, but it was a totally tame analogy that I thought we would just instantly have agreement on. It would be a no-brainer. We would just keep going.
Well, I asked you a question and you didn't even answer, and you just
I was answering it through an analogy.
If you don't want ICE to enforce the borders, who do you want to enforce?
I was going to answer it through an analogy that you could understand, and I thought would be very intuitive.
Well, you could just answer,
and I can.
Well, we're talking about America. Let's not talk about 100 years ago. Right?
Relax.
No, because you're framing everything in a country far away in a land not here, right?
Man, are you?
Because it's not going the way you like. You're upset. I'm
not. It's just you're like already trying to play victim, bro. It's not that heavy.
You could have answered the question 2 minutes ago.
Relax. I'll answer the question without an analogy. Just chill, okay? It's not that big of a deal. We're not in a combative state. I don't know why you're freaking out. Okay, so yes, you can have something be your enemy without wanting to completely eradicate it. I can give you an example, and I was giving you an example of the police in Nazi Germany. Just because they were bad and the enemy of free people does not mean, therefore, there shouldn't be police. Okay, so the idea, stop. So the idea that I can consider an entity of the federal government an enemy of the people does not mean that there is no configuration that entity or purpose that entity serves that I believe cannot be served by an entity similar to it or after Reformation. So it was a total leap. It was a total leap, entirely disconnected from my point.
No, well, I can agree with what you're getting at. Okay, so you want something like ICE to exist, just not in its current state. Would you agree that people on your side would call you a fascist for saying such a thing, right?
It's not even what I said. And no.
Okay, so I mean, it sounded like a very convoluted way to say, well, somebody should enforce the border, but not ICE, right? I mean, that would be a very simple answer.
No, that's not even what I said. What I said is just because the entity that I am targeting right now is considered an enemy from my perspective does not mean that it cannot be reformed or potentially dismantled into something that allows for the border protection. It's a very basic idea. The police can be the enemy of people. That doesn't mean therefore there should be no police. That just means the policing apparatus or the way that policing is done should be changed from what it is. That's just it. That's all the statement is making.
I can pretty much agree with you in principle for sure. Yeah.
So it took a really long time for us to get around to a very basic thing. And
sure,
I feel
but my point is that
it was unnecessarily combative.
No, but you could have named like the Red Guard in Maoist China, who allegedly unalive 70 million people, right? You could have chosen anywhere in the world. Pol Pot.
Why would I do that? There's a much more palatable. There's a much more palatable example that most people understand and can get behind.
Well, it's a very emotional one that always stifles discussion because you just automatically equate America
emotional.
Well, I mean, I don't think America is a fascist state. I think it's a Trotskyist communist state, personally.
Okay. You didn't even respond to the argument that I made.
Well, because you're calling America a fascist nation, and I'm trying to say that there's better analogies that you could make, right?
No, that's not even what I'm saying. You're not even listening to the words what did I just say?
I don't know. Why don't you tell me?
So you're not even listening to me. You're literally not listening to me. Why should I have a conversation? You're not even listening to me. Yes, I have.
You haven't really listened to what I said.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, I mean, I paraphrase what you said. You said that's not what you said, and then you said the exact same thing that I just paraphrased.
You didn't paraphrase what I said. You were bringing up a point that I should have brought up a fucking Pol Pot or communist China or Maoist China.
You could have.
Yes,
I said you could have.
Yeah, and that goes. And then you said that I was bringing up an emotional point by bringing up the Gestapo, but that's
everyone
not.
on your side of the argument.
Stop talking. The reason why I brought that up was because it was a clear analogy that a lot of people can appeal to, and I think most Americans know of. It's not this thing that, because I feel like there's a lot of people that don't have a established understanding of Red Guard or anything like this. This idea that I would appeal to something like that. No, I'm going to appeal to something that almost every single American knows and understands, which is the secret police.
You can do them a service and educate them, right? I mean, you're the guy trying to educate people.
I'm just trying to
not be more accurate with your analogies.
I'm just trying to have a conversation with people to find common ground and be able to understand the material conditions of the world around us. This idea that I'm going to bring up esoteric examples in order to like, I don't know, fucking get gotchas or something, that's ridiculous to me. I'm just going to bring up stuff that you know and that I have a reason to believe that you know in order to just have a productive conversation.
Sure. Well, so let's just stick to the topic. So do you want America to have border? You said yes. You said you think that there should be some sort of, existence of a nation of America. A lot of people that I see on the side that you're seemingly on say no borders. They want completely. I mean, I don't know, like half of TikTok and Instagram the last 2 weeks, as far as I can tell.
You're just saying TikTok. So can you actually name anybody politically relevant who believes we shouldn't have a border?
Well, I don't really follow all these influencers that supposedly have 10 to 100,000 followers, but they're getting paid by somebody, right? I mean, obviously somebody's putting a lot of money behind them.
They could just be making content because they like it. So that's number one. But you just made a claim that a bunch of people on the left are doing this and you can't even name one politically relevant person who's doing it. How is that not like an emotional argument?
So are you denying that that's true, or are you just
there is no politically there is no politically relevant person on the left who believes we should not have a border. No.
On the left.
Yes.
Are you conflating liberalism and left together, or?
I would include liberalism on the left. Even if you don't include liberalism, I can include liberalism and then say that also with the left. It doesn't matter. We don't need to play the game
of
what is the left or not.
A lot of the people I'm talking about don't like liberals.
I don't believe you that you even know what they like or don't like. You just said that they don't want borders and you couldn't name one of them. So why would I take what your opinion on their opinion seriously? You can't even name one.
Sure. Okay. So
instead of talking about these hypothetical leftists whose content you don't watch, let's just talk about the material facts of this situation.
Right. So ICE is your enemy because they made mistakes, or because in principle, no one should be getting deported? I want to make sure I understand your position, right?
Okay. I believe that's a totally disingenuous way to frame it. No, they're not making mistakes. They're intentionally trying to run over our rights. In the case that is very visible, we have the memo that illustrates that they're running over our Fourth Amendment rights, and they were instructed to do so by DHS leadership. We have the leadership, the Trump administration leadership, insulating the murderers of 2 U.S. citizens from accountability, and is also making up lies in order to justify the murder of these U.S. citizens without even an investigation being completed, and even while scuttling certain internal investigations and not cooperating with state-level investigations, which is very obviously corrupt and a threat to free people.
Yeah, I mean, America's been a police state for at least 100 years. I mean, it's not like anything new. So, I mean, I just trying to figure out what's particularly interesting about this position.
Okay,
I mean,
so can you give me another
about the ICE situation compared to any other?
Can you give me another
last 100 years?
Yeah, can you give me an instance similar to what happened with Alex Peretti in modern history in America,
where the police have shot somebody by whatever's wrongful situation? I mean,
do you think that's all that happened?
Well, what's the unique thing about this particular instance? Because it's federal police or because it's ICE, or I don't understand what you're trying to get at.
So federal agents killed a U.S. citizen. Then before any investigation, frankly, even started, the federal administration proceeded to refer to that U.S. citizen as a domestic terrorist who was an assassin there to kill law enforcement because they had a gun on them. And when they weren't resisting or doing anything violent in any way inside of any of the video. And then also proceed to insulate that officer from any kind of accountability whatsoever. And then also simultaneously, I would go on to talk about the Fourth Amendment violations and First Amendment violations, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so it seems like the primary criteria you're going after is like, okay, they lie. We all know that.
No, it's not.
We all know that.
It's not they lie. It's not that they lie. It's that it's the manner in which they're going about talking about this case and lying. Okay, they're doing it before an investigation has been completed. They've labeled a U.S. citizen a domestic terrorist to justify a federal agent killing a U.S. citizen. That is unique in modern history.
Do you believe that the person who killed Charlie Kirk, do you think that was a domestic T word or most likely, or Luigi Mangione?
Are you asking my opinion, or are you asking what the federal government should have done?
I'm just asking your general opinion.
Okay, me as a private citizen, so this is entirely different than the standards that I would hold for the federal government. I would say that, yeah, probably Tyler Robinson met the merits for a domestic terrorist.
Sure. And so obviously, I mean, maybe it's not obvious, but from my point of view, people who do things like what this guy did,
I'm not sure about
organized with group. Sure. Yeah. But right. But let's just assume for the argument's sake that Tyler was a part of an organization that organized on Discord with 1,000 people, and out of that 1,000 people, only 10 people were really somewhat involved, and out of those 10, only 3 were involved. Right. Now let's say that was the case for someone like the Alex guy. Let's say that maybe he was a part of a group, 1,000 people, 10 were hyping him up, 3 were pushing for whatever he was involved in. I don't know. I'm not saying that he did anything illegal or not. I'm just saying whatever. The point is that when the police are doing whatever they're doing, and then you have a gun in your waistband and you're going towards the police and getting involved in a arrest, and there's hundreds of people around, mistakes can be made. Now I'm not saying that makes it right, but I'm saying obviously that under stress and duress, people are going to make mistakes in war, in law enforcement, and everyday life. Would you agree with that or not?
Sure, but the whole point of it being a mistake is that you take accountability for your mistake. Otherwise, if you make a mistake, then you are to be blamed when you refuse to take any accountability, and especially when you double down and then make up lies in order to justify that mistake. Sure. So if this was an instance, I'm going to respond. Yeah, if this was an instance in which there was the same exact thing happened to Alex Preddy, however, the Trump administration had a top to bottom investigation, held Greg Bovino accountable, as well as holding all of the agents at the scene accountable by putting them, on at the very least leave until an investigation had been completed, and then brought charges against at least the person who shot him initially, due to the very obvious evidence that we have. At least bringing charges through an investigation, didn't scuttle FBI investigations, state level investigations, didn't take over the scene and prevent state level investigators from cooperating, didn't abandon the site, preventing state enforcement from being able to do their jobs, and then also didn't prevent civil rights, the Civil Rights Division and the DOJ from doing an investigation, then yeah, sure. I would say that, yeah, that'd be fine. But literally we're talking about an entire departure from the Trump administration. Every single thing that I said they should have done, they did not do.
Okay. So let's assume for a second that your argument that ICE is a T organization, right? Now, would you say that it is possible? I'm not saying that you're
I would like you to respond to the original thing, the original comment that you did not respond to with your long-winded response.
Well, what was the comment?
The comment was that you said, the comment was that you said that other instances like this have happened, even in modern history. And then you talked about something completely irrelevant. Can you give me another instance where this has happened as I've described it? My main critical components to what I'm upset about has happened.
Sure,
in modern
Michael
history.
Hastings. I mean, a lot of journalists have turned up dead under strange circumstances. I mean,
that's not at all comparable. You think turning up dead under strange circumstances is comparable to a state execution, refusing to hold them accountable, refusing to allow investigation? How?
Because generally speaking, these people have been involved in, clandestine blackmail operations with, politicians. So I think it stands to reason that they were executed for what they were involved in, for sure.
You believe Alex Preddy was executed because of some clandestine operations?
No. I'm saying you're saying that. What are you trying to say? Like, okay, so he was executed by mistake by some police officers and something. It's like that happens all the time.
What did No. You're literally not listening to me. What did I just say was my issues with the Alex Preddy situation?
I mean, you kind of give me like a full paragraph. So, I mean, can you just boil it down to something?
No, I'm asking you to paraphrase it. What was my issues with the Alex Preddy situation?
I mean, you're saying that they killed somebody in a way that's unlawful, that you believe, and that they didn't investigate it and they lied about it and they tried to cover it up. Am I getting it wrong?
It's close enough. Sure, close enough. It's not a cover up necessarily. No, they're trying to, lie about it in order to justify it. That's what they're trying to do. And yes, there are some cover up components, but they're trying to lie about it to justify it before an investigation has been completed. Can you give me a federal administration over the last, let's say, 15 years that has done that?
I mean, I'm pretty sure every administration in this country has done something really, really super illegal and bad.
Okay, give me an example
for it.
Give me an example that fits all of the components that were listed there. They said that a person that they killed was a domestic terrorist prior to any investigation being completed. And this person was a U.S. citizen who appeared to, by all footage and video evidence, appeared to do literally nothing wrong.
Look, like America's been sending people to Gitmo for what, 20 years at least, right? I mean, so obviously they've deemed people to be a domestic T word, right?
Yeah, those are entirely different. Okay, you notice how you're talking about America defining people as domestic terrorists. That wasn't my issue. What was my issue?
That they're a citizen? I guess. I don't know.
Right,
that's what I'm trying
buddy,
to figure out.
I'm gonna move on. I need to find somebody who can have a more intelligent conversation. Thank you to everybody who's hanging out. I appreciate you. Okay. I got to be done with that. That guy is not even listening to me. Like the stream, follow the stream if you haven't already. Okay. We have 31 new followers. All right. We could get push that to 40. We have 7,600 likes. High Priestess, thank you for the heart me. I appreciate that. Tallytastic with the heart me. King Richard with the rose. Callisto with the heart me. Izzy as well with the heart me. Steph with the go popular, the heart me. Joanne, Rose, heart me. Stolen, 3 roses. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the love. Music Festival Gear. Thank you for the love you so much. We're going to go ahead and move on and get into the next caller. We have 8.4K likes. Thank you. Yo, how old are you?
I'm well over 18. I was actually former Border Patrol agent at Tucson, Arizona.
So you're actually pretty close to me.
No, I'm much older than you.
No, I'm saying you're physically geolocated.
I'm in San Diego now. I was in Tucson. That's where I was stationed at. What I'm saying is that regarding Petty's unfortunate, but at when he got shot and unalived, at that point he was already a felon. And I say that because prior to the video 11 days ago, while he was carrying and he had a legal permit at the time, where the moment he got into with the Border Patrol at the time, he became a criminal. That carry permit is void. It's gone. It's out the door. So he was a criminal at that point.
Okay,
and it's just that simple.
Are you a felon if you haven't? If you're a felon, are you only a felon if you are found guilty of a felony in court?
No. He engaged because when you have a permit to carry, you're held to higher.
I'm going to ask you the same question again. I'm going to ask you the same question again because you're not answering my question. Are you only a felon if you're found guilty of a felony in a court of law?
You would be, but
okay. So he was not a felon.
You're not. Well, it's revoked automatically. It doesn't matter. It's revoked. He shouldn't have been. He shouldn't have been engaging. The moment you engage, you basically that permit's revoked. So however you want to look at it, and it's unfortunate, but he put himself in that situation. And that's what he did. He was antagonizing. He was unhinged, and that's a fact. We've seen him by his actions. So
he wasn't. So if you wanted to, he was not. So in either way, opinion? Just to be, no, he objectively wasn't. Just to be clear, everybody has eyes. They can look at the video. Just to be clear, even if you believe that he was there to cause trouble and stuff like that, you understand that there is no proof that he was a domestic terrorist, especially at the time that the entire administration referred to him as a domestic terrorist. You understand that there is no proof that he brandished a firearm, even though the administration said he brandished a firearm. You understand that they lied on multiple occasions in order to justify the killing, correct?
No. I'll say this. I gave you that they probably got ahead of themselves.
No,
I said, yeah. I said, I'll say this. I'll say they probably got ahead of themselves when they shouldn't have. But even
so, they lied.
Who in their right? I'm not gonna say whether they lied and they give misinformation.
Was it the truth?
I don't know.
Was it the truth or was it false that he brandished the weapon? Was it true or false?
Did he brandish the weapon? I wouldn't say he brandished it. He had it on him.
He objectively did not.
Hold on. Let me finish. I didn't say it. What I'm saying is when they say gun. And they're in somebody's they're basically trying to tussle with them to stop them because he is resisting. The job at that point is to stop the threat. They're not going to look for the gun. It's to stop the threat, and that's exactly what
Leave my son alone. I was wondering where everybody upset. I didn't. My OG.
Why does this bitch only lift his head when I call another dog's name?
Well, leave my damn son alone, and he will come to you. God. I said what I said. I said what I said. Feeling such a bitch ass. Anyways. Gibberish, what's your age?
Gibberish. 35.
Right. So what is your issue with the LGBTQIA?
I mean, my issue, honestly, like I don't have much of an issue. To me, it's kind of a minor issue, to be honest with you. But it might be a big issue to you guys.
What?
I just don't like the politicization of it. That's what I don't like.
Unfortunately, that is a big issue.
Why is that?
Because of the fact that our lives are politicized according to the government.
Well, I mean, you could say that about everybody then, right?
Not white people. Not straight cis white people.
Oh, so you're wait. So are you going to dehumanize white people?
What?
So you think white people are like subhuman? You don't think they're humans?
Where did those words come out of my mouth?
Well, you said white people aren't a political thing, right? You said that they should have no political position.
I didn't say that.
Okay, so what are you saying then?
I said that it is less. It would be what the that actually threw me off. What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm not saying it disrespectfully. I'm just trying to understand because like this is a common thing that seems to be going
it's less
around,
political
right?
to be a white cis person than anyone who is people of color and LGBTQ. That's what I'm saying. It's less political to be that than that.
Well, what do you mean less political though? Why do you say that?
You live your life oppression free, basically, especially if you're a white cis man.
I'm a white cis man. I feel pretty politically oppressed, to be honest with you.
According to what?
According to my experience.
Give me like 1 second. Ronnie, I want you to... Okay, so Ronnie, I'm going to talk to you one-on-one, right? Are you hearing this like I'm hearing this? Are you hearing that this white cis man said that he was oppressed? Are we actually out of our minds? Am I hitting it too hard because of the fact that I'm hearing this shit right now, or this is actual reality? It's checkpoint for me.
I mean, just go with me for a second.
No. I'm still talking, Ronnie. Am I hitting it too hard? Or this nigga actually said that shit?
He said that.
He said that. Okay.
He said that he, as a white cis man in America, I'm assuming.
Definitely from America, because his accent.
You are oppressed. Are you straight?
I'm really hoping
so far, but I mean, you are very beautiful.
Far.
So I could be convinced, to be honest with you.
$20 is $20. Okay, so you're like $20 is $20 at the straight. That's even worse. Okay, so he's a white cis man in America, and he just said to a black man that he's oppressed.
How?
Maybe I need to put it down. Maybe it's me. Maybe
I've been saying that. But no, you heard that right. Why are you on follow back?
He on follow back? It is too much happening on this Saturday.
How are you oppressed?
Yeah, I need
a system that upholds men, white people, and cis people.
How do you oppress a system?
Well, I don't know. Like, you're saying the system upholds us. I mean, it's harder for men to get good jobs. It's harder for men to go to college.
Everyone to get jobs.
Okay, so then why can't we all just be the same? Why do you guys have to put us in a different category?
I'm still talking though, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. A woman's talking. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, they are. Anyways, now it's hard for everyone to get a job because the job market is sparse. There are no good paying jobs anymore.
Right. So why can't we just all be? Why can't we all just be equally oppressed?
Because of the fact
why do we have to be in a special category?
Why do you want to be oppressed so bad?
Why do you want to be a victim?
Because you guys get all the special privileges being oppressed. Well, I want to be oppressed too.
I couldn't. It is. Hold on. It is 3:00 in the morning. You niggas are.
See, that's another white cis man in the comment.
White cis straight man wants to be oppressed. With what benefits? No one knows, because I want the benefits too. Just saying, I want the quote unquote benefits too that I get when I'm oppressed. I want that hate crime in my veins immediately when I'm oppressed. Love it.
What privileges?
I wonder.
Fearing for your life every time you go outside?
Fearing the fact that I would be stopped by a police officer every single time. Actually, when they break down my fucking door, I'm very terrified. I can't even be comfortable in my own home. Oh, this guy's a weirdo. Oh. I think I've heard it all. I think this.
Wait, what did he say? I missed it.
I don't think I want to repeat it back.
What do you mean? Huh?
I think this is my peak.
Is key.
I think this is my peak. I think this is. I've heard.
You should put it down.
I think I'm actually thinking I'm gonna put this down.
So what did you want to say?
Okay. So I just wanted to ask, like, based on the prompt and everything, like, are you saying, like, does this mean that, like, conservatives are all of these things, or like at least one of these things?
I think on average they are all of these things, but like there will be some who tick one of these boxes or more, not all of them. So it just depends, I guess.
Oh, got you. I mean, like, saying, honestly, with you saying they're all of these things, like, I don't think that's like too far off, honestly, but all of them fit at least one of these things. And like, that's like a guarantee. So yeah, that's pretty much all.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, when I think of a conservative, I just put it into an AI machine, everything I thought of, and I put it in there. Like, I don't think you can
motherfucker on the
see
background
it.
is like the first thought.
Hey, next time I
like.
request, you're gonna invite me next time, okay?
Like, sir, stop.
I already proved you wrong.
So you see like the signs and stuff, like on the right, like those are certain things I just instinctively thought of. Like,
Oh shit, I didn't even peep that on the right. That's crazy, but
I know that's something that we can, something that we can all agree on. I think is that literally all conservatives are racist. That is a fact.
Well, isn't it racist to say that then? Because you're
no. Do you know what racist is based off of race?
No, man. Why don't you teach me what race is?
Racism is based off of race, not ideology. You can't be racist in ideology.
Right.
So
okay, why don't you guys tell me then?
So
I did just
wait, hold on. I want to ask. So you said you made the claim talking about how isn't it racist to say all that? But like, there's no specific.
I mean, you think all white people are racist?
Hold up.
Damn, shit.
With that being said, I was basically saying that you said that it was racist to say that, but first of all, there's no specific race to what conservatives are. I mean, typically, on average, they are white, but not all of them, obviously. Number two,
and you would say all the ones that aren't white have internalized racism. I already heard all the jobs.
Racism. No, even the black ones.
John, don't speak for the black man. Let him speak. Okay?
Bro, I am white, motherfucker.
You're not even letting me speak. So respectfully, shut your ass up and let me finish one time.
Shut your bitch ass up. Shit. All right, go ahead.
So with that being said, and also like, shit, I lost my train of thought, low key. Wait, I remember. So based off what somebody was saying about like ideology and everything, like that's not even how it works. That would that would be a generalization. You know what I'm saying? That would be like an assumption, but that's not racism because there's no specific.
Only white people can be racist. I know. I get it. I heard it a million times already. Oh my God.
No,
that's not even what I mean.
Low key, IFW with the black people as well. I mean, but I just don't understand. You guys are like literally making up white supremacy. Like,
I don't think you understand a lot of things.
You're trying to just hear yourself talk.
I can't even hear myself talk because you guys keep cutting me off.
Wait, SVS, I don't think you understand a lot of things, okay? Because you didn't understand that the concept of racism is based off race when it's in the word.
Supremacy is like, Jish, what do you think white supremacy is? Like, I'm asking you, what does white supremacy look like?
I think it's a made-up term to cover up a Trotskyist revolution.
Excuse you, sir?
Yeah, do you know what Trotskyism is? Do you know what Trotskyism is?
Well, hold on a second.
Have you read the writings of Trotsky and Gramsci?
Hold on a second, buddy. You don't think that the term white supremacy is pointing at anything historical or systemic or factual?
Sure it does, but it's also what you call white supremacy is also pointed at other white people too. So obviously not every white person is benefiting from white supremacy.
What do you mean by that?
Meaning like, a lot of white people came here and were like tenant farmers and, treated like crap by other aristocratic white people just the same as everybody else. But you're like, well, all white people by the color of their skin are just benefiting from white supremacy.
Who said that?
Totally
wait. I'm sorry.
I just want to make this point real quick.
Hold on, John. I have to say this.
Let me just make this point real quick.
Okay.
You're pointing to history. You need to understand, number one, that the concept of someone who is white has shifted over the last 100 years. The people that you're referring to.
Yeah, no shit, which is the reason why it's all bullshit. But go ahead.
Well, race is not real. That's a matter of fact. Sorry.
Of course it's not real because it's all made up and you're just hold on. But you're saying white supremacy is real. But white's not real. So
Sir, let me just be very clear. Race as a concept may be socially constructed, but it's still weaponized as a concept.
Right. All concepts can be weaponized, of course.
Yeah, so even if the concept of whiteness has been
it's been weaponized against people like you.
Bro,
so you go and repeat. So you guys, hold on. No, you guys go and repeat it like a parrot, not thinking about what it actually means. That's my point.
Wait, can I just say this one thing?
Sure.
I know we're kind of moving around, but the issue I'm having is that he brings up white supremacy. I don't think anybody on here was talking about that. SVS, you brought up white supremacy.
Well,
we
I'm
said that.
reading
Hold
it.
on,
You
hold
have
on, hold on, SVS. We
You
were
guys are
saying
showing all these,
that conservatism.
stereotypes about
Someone said
white
that
people.
conservatism.
You're showing all
right?
these. You're showing all these stereotypes about white people, right?
Okay, it's a stereotype.
Right.
Okay.
Wait, who's showing stereotypes about white people?
The picture.
This picture on the screen. You got a Confederate flag. You got
wait, hold on. Wait a minute. What about this is about white people in particular? Like, does it say anything about white people?
Are we going to play the ignorance game now?
No. I just want to ask you. Like, I just want to clarify because it doesn't say anything about white people on the screen. It says there's a sign.
You know what? You're right. I have seen a lot of Asians and Black people dressed and doing things like this with their shotgun and beer cans all over.
Yeah, I have. I've seen Candace Owens. I've seen. Let's see. I've seen.
Well,
what's his name? I'm blanking on it.
Well, are you going to be racist against Candace Owens because she's Black now?
No, I'm saying that she holds these same beliefs, which are the beliefs that we're saying that we have an issue with.
How can somebody be racist against himself?
Of course you can. Internalized racism.
So anybody can just make up a made up word and then like go and psychologize people with it, right?
Wait, SVS, do you think that someone who's like disabled, let's say they're like lost a leg, can like not? Are you saying it's impossible for them?
I think you guys are intellectually disabled. And
do you think that it's possible for them to have prejudice against other disabled people? Is that possible?
Can anybody
or impossible?
be prejudiced for any reason that they choose?
Could people be? Sure, dude. Yes.
No response.
Yeah, exactly.
You just said internalized. You just said it's not possible.
You guys are not making. You guys are making it about a particular.
SVS. You literally concede every point, and yet you're still up here fucking yapping.
Yeah, you just said it's possible.
No, he literally
just about anything.
Every point.
You just contradicted yourself.
Because you guys think everything you're saying is a big gotcha. It's just a bunch of talking points that really don't mean anything.
It's not a fucking talking point, dude. It's an education.
Why are you so emotional about it then?
No, I'm not fucking emotional about it.
What is
you are because
it has
you know
to be
it's a bunch of BS.
You can't be this stupid.
Now you're just gaslighting him.
No. You guys are hold on. No, you guys are just like the Catholic Church selling indulgences to people to relieve themselves from the
John
sin
is
of
actually Catholic.
having wrong things.
Hold on.
Well, that's why he's so good at it because he's already been brainwashed.
SVS, you got to be rage baiting, bro. You can't be this stupid.
Hold on, are you really up here being anti-Catholic right now? What are you fucking those? Did you come out of the 1800s?
Well,
like,
tell me where in the Catholic. See, here's the thing: is where in the Catholic? Hold on. I have one question for you as a Catholic. Where in the Catholic Church does it talk about race?
Where it talks about
all
race.
the saints. Hold on, all the saints in the last 2,000 years. Where in the Catholic Church does it talk about racism or white supremacy?
Well, first off, if we want to talk about white supremacy, the Catholic Church maintains a position that all people are created equal.
Yeah, exactly. So why are you over here spouting communist nonsense as a Catholic?
Excuse me. If you don't think that involves race, you're fucking brain dead. That's number one.
Wait. No, the Bible does actually talk about race. I'm pretty sure it talks about it in the
There's
Old Testament. I'm pretty sure it talks about.
I'm
pretty sure it does.
I'll bring you guys verses.
With what's his name, like Esau and the brother, and he curses one of the brothers.
Look, I don't. Yeah, but obviously,
but where in the Bible is it endorsing discrimination against somebody because of the color of their skin or the way they look? Nowhere in the Bible says that.
Well, you said it doesn't talk about race, and I just said it does.
Of course, no one endorses
I'll pull it up.
Of course.
It has tribalism. It has people from different lands. It doesn't say anything about racism. Racism is a totally...
SVS, hold on. Your original claim was the Bible doesn't talk about race. I just said a time that it does talk about like race or somebody like being cursed with black skin or dark skin, right?
Well, are you gonna call Jews racist now because it has that in their?
I'm gonna call Jews racist, dude. This has nothing to do with your original claim. Your original claim on the Bible was that it doesn't talk about race or it doesn't talk about like any racial identities. And I just brought up a time where it does talk about racial identities.
Skin means it's race.
Let me guess. You're a Christian, SV. You're a Protestant.
No, I'm a Christian that's leaning towards orthodoxy.
Okay, so obviously you're offended because you're Christian.
I like Russian Orthodoxy.
Who's offended? I'm not offended.
Orthodoxy.
I'm intellectually offended. I'm not.
You don't
I'm not
even know the
offended
Bible,
in a
though. You
personal
said it
way.
doesn't talk about race, and it does. Like, I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Okay, have you ever read the Septuagint? Show me in the Bible where it has this term race.
It doesn't need to
in
have
the
the
original
term
language.
race.
Oh, so okay, so you're just transliterating words.
I am going to, because we have to have an understanding. Hold on, do you
SVS.
understand, right? If I was to say SVS,
Have you read the entire Bible?
SVS,
And which version did you read?
SVS, give me a second, please. If I was to say you wished something positive in the future would happen, and then I whatever you said that as transliterate that SVS had hope, would that be inaccurate to say, or would that be like
it is?
Yeah, it means you make up some.
No, I think we have a
version of
semantic
it in your
understanding.
language.
SVS, if you're
No, that's
saying
not
that
what it
we can't
means.
have, then nothing is perfectly translated because you always transliterate some
course,
words because some
right.
words don't have
So-
exact
so
translations.
there's
So,
no-
SVS,
exactly my
unless you
point.
understand
Thank you.
like
You're making my
Arabic,
point.
unless you understand like
You're
Arabic,
making my point for me.
and-
Continue.
So SVS, I'm saying unless you understand Arabic, you don't understand the Bible because some words have been changed. Like because they don't have a perfect
and I can
translation.
tell you for a fact. I can tell you for a fact. There's no
Do you
way
understand
that the
Arabic?
term race or racism existed anywhere in the Bible.
It
for
doesn't
sure.
have to exist for the concept for it to exist. Do you understand that, right?
Okay, so you're saying that the Bible was judging people based on race.
I'm not saying it was
No,
judging
that's
people.
not what- okay,
SVS,
SVS.
are you actually?
Okay.
Are you actually?
So what
Bro,
are you
are
trying
you
to say
actually
about
dumb?
race in the Bible
SVS.
then?
I'm not making any claims about the Bible. I'm making claims right now
You
about
just said,
language.
You just said that race is in the
No,
Bible.
but you're not getting the bigger picture.
You're
I'm saying
going to
that we
lose
can
this debate
have
because you don't know what you're
SVS.
talking about.
I'm saying that we can use semantic clues and context clues.
No,
Okay,
no, no.
do you
no,
understand?
No, no,
do you
no,
understand
Yeah,
that
okay.
if I
so then
said
you can do that for anything,
SVS,
then. You're
stop
not actually making an
interrupting.
argument
Stop interrupting.
because you're making stuff
Stop
up.
interrupting. I'm
You're
not
making stuff up.
Okay, stop interrupting. If you were to say you can't claim that Jesus was a good person because he was caring and forgiving and all of that because the Bible never used the specific word good or something, right? I'm just using that as an example. Whether it does or doesn't is irrelevant, right?
Well, the Bible is very clear
Then
that
for
he
you to
was
say
the
that
only
I'm
good
inaccurate
person.
in
Hold
saying
on,
that Jesus
hold on,
was a
hold on.
good person is ridiculous. That is
Well,
ridiculous.
the only thing that you could say is
Do you
he
know
was
how
the only-
reductive that is? Do you believe the English
No,
language?
the
Do
Bible's
you
very
believe how the
clear.
language?
Hold on, the
how
Bible's
fucking-
very clear. Hold on, the Bible's very clear that Jesus was the only good person and nobody else is good.
I said good as like a fucking normative.
Well, that's
Wait, does it
rude.
use the word
Who does he think he is?
like I don't know, it's so goofy.
Well, I mean, look, I already know that you guys hate Christianity and you guys are just pretending to care about it
Well,
when you don't.
but wait,
So, I mean,
Sir, you
Is
don't.
it bad
You
to
don't
hate it if it's
understand. No,
homophobic?
hold on a second. For an Orthodox, you don't understand Christianity. You don't understand.
well,
how
I'm not an
Christian-
Orthodox. I said I lean towards their interpretation.
Okay,
I'm not saying
okay,
I'm not
but you are
claiming to
Christian.
be in the church.
Oh, okay, but you
Sir,
are Christian.
sir.
Okay. Like I don't
Sir,
know how
a lot
you
of people don't
understand.
like it because it's, they see it as genocidal and homophobic and misogynistic.
Okay, well, say
Of
that to John
course.
then. Call John that then. Call John a genocidal
No,
maniac.
John already knows how I feel about, his religion in general. Like,
Wait.
So-
SVS. If I said to you that Jesus was an outstanding person, would you say that I'm wrong because the Bible never uses the word outstanding exactly in the exact translations?
Give me an example of where it uses race in the modern sense that we use it now anywhere in the Bible.
okay,
Well,
I'll
it
give
never
you
uses
verses
the
right
word
now.
outstanding, but would you say I'm wrong if I say Jesus is outstanding?
Well, it doesn't have like a moral connotation to it, does it?
Should I bring up the book of whatever his name is, like Esau or whatever the fuck?
I mean, sure, if you want to get accused of anti-Semitism.
Sir,
I mean,
we're
sure.
going to fact check you right now, okay?
No, SVS. The problem I have with you is that you don't actually believe in anything. Like you're just.
So
a
let me
very
just
lazy
tell you
person
something.
intellectually.
Do you know what the curse of Ham is?
Oh, that was the story I wanted, Curse of Ham. Thank you. I don't know why I
Oh,
said
okay.
Esau. Yeah.
Well, Genesis 9:18-29, historically used to justify slavery and racial hierarchy, especially in the U.S. South. Like the guy in the photo there, yeah, people like him.
Sure.
And
Do
European
you know
colonialism.
what the Protestants were? The Protestants were a cult version of Christianity, not Christianity itself. Do you understand that?
We're not talking about that, sir. Okay.
No.
We're talking
We are.
about-
You're talking about a cult version of Christianity.
No.
and
You can
accusing
interpret it that
Christianity-
way, but they believed theirs was the correct interpretation.
No.
Who are you to tell them, sir?
Who are you to say that
you to
the
tell them that
saints
they're
of the
wrong?
church are racist?
SVS, you know, this is called a no true Scotsman fallacy, and what you're doing is you're saying because a Christian or Catholic had a bad view of the Bible, or one that's morally reprobate, or a view of the Bible. SVS, you're saying because somebody. You're saying because the words in the Bible that you use to justify.
Ask your friend John over here. Ask your friend John.
What you're saying, SVS. Hold on. What you're saying, SVS. I don't care. I don't know John. I've known John for 10 minutes. What you're saying, SVS.
Well, ask him. He's a Catholic.
So I don't care, SVS. I'm talking to you. So what you're saying, again, is called a no true Scotsman fallacy. So what you're saying is I'm a good Christian. I don't use Christianity or Catholicism.
Well, do you want to be accurate?
I don't use Catholicism to justify slavery. Therefore, no Catholic who uses the Bible to justify slavery is a Catholic. It's called a no true Scotsman fallacy. Your view of a Bible that's been interpreted many different ways by many different people doesn't mean that your understanding is the right one.
So you guys are atheists, right?
I'm an agnostic, actually.
Okay. So let's say that Mao Zedong.
What do you want to say?
So let's say Mao Zedong was an atheist. He killed a bunch of people, or unalived a bunch of people. Oh, you don't care? Well,
no, I don't.
I'm not surprised.
No, seriously though, what the fuck is this conversation? Like, what is
SVS? I think you're actually like a little bit like struggling here to follow our attractive conversation, unless you're really bad faith.
No, SVS, you're fucking brain dead.
Yeah,
dude.
SV. Did you know that the people who committed genocide and slavery of Black people in America were Christian?
Oh boy! Did you know that the people who killed 70 million people in China were atheists?
Yeah, did you? If you were to account for all the deaths of capitalism and all the deaths of colonization from Christian countries,
here's the difference. Here's the difference. The atheists did not.
Protestants Christian?
Here's the difference. Stop talking. Here's the difference. Atheists didn't use atheism to justify their atrocities. They had no source or text.
You can use any concept to justify anything.
Sir, there's no atheism. There's no such thing. There's no atheist ideology.
Sure, there is. Atheism is a religion.
Ideology.
Atheism is a religion based on Descartes.
So why is it a religion?
Based on Descartes. Have you ever read Descartes?
Okay, give me the idea.
You're saying it's a religion because they have to use faith to justify that God doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I understand what atheism is. I'm not an atheist.
Look up the definition of religion.
Have you ever read Descartes? Have you ever read Descartes? Did you understand that atheism comes out of a
listen to me, sir.
Interpretation
the definition
of Christianity
of religion,
and the Kabbalah.
If you look it up on Google.
Have you read the Kabbalah? Have you read the Kabbalah?
Stop interrupting me, sir. Stop interrupting me.
Have you read the
Religion
Kabbalah?
is defined as a belief in and worship of a superhuman power or powers, especially a god or gods.
Right.
So how does atheism relate to that? That is
because your God is reason. Because your God is reason.
No, we don't treat reason as a god.
Yes, you do. You're basically a occult deist,
sir. We treat reason as the best available resource,
right? Which means it's your God, and you worship.
But you
it.
guys,
that's what it means.
You guys uncritically
you worship. You worship reason. You're a slave to reason.
You cannot worship reason. You can't.
You're you do. You do. Yes, you do. That's exactly what your religion is.
That's not.
You just don't know it. You just don't know it.
I gave you the definition.
Because you're uneducated. You're uneducated.
You can't tell me what a god is. You think reason is God.
SBS has to be rage baiting. This guy cannot be real.
So, sir, define what a god is.
You want me to pull up the definition of God?
Yes. No. I want you to define it for me. I don't want you to look it up.
Well, so you want to get all normative and stuff. You don't want me to look up.
No. I want you to give me the actual definition.
Sure.
You don't have to look it up.
Oh, here's two official definitions. In Christianity,
why did you need to look it up? I didn't tell you to look it up.
Because I want to be precise in my language, so you can't wiggle out of it.
So you're appealing to like the dictionary
and ruler. How do you define your terms? Where do you go?
I'm just asking if you're
make it up. Do you make it up? Do you make it up as you go along? So this is from the Oxford
generally, if we're having
dictionary.
a debate, right, you're not going to be able to just appeal to the dictionary definition of something.
Well, I don't want to give you guys room to wiggle.
So why don't you give your
creator and ruler? I'm going to give you the creator and ruler of the universe.
Why don't you finish my definition?
I'm going to give you two definitions.
It's not your definition; it's a dictionary definition.
Oh my God, dude, you're pedantic.
You're literally appealing to reason right now. You're appealing to somebody else's definition of a god.
Yeah, but I don't worship it. I can use it. It doesn't mean I worship it.
You're appealing to something that you don't believe in.
I didn't say I don't believe in it. I said it doesn't.
You're committing
be all.
category errors, sir. Do you know what a category error is?
Let me finish my definition, please. So in Christianity and other monotheistic religions, the creator and the ruler of the universe and source of all moral, that's the key word, authority, the supreme being. In certain other religions, I would say atheism and agnosticism is one of them, a superhuman being or spirit worshipped as having power over nature.
They don't believe in, sir, reason is
human
not spirit.
fortunes, a deity. So you guys believe that reason is a spirit to be worshipped as power over nature.
You're presupposing that reason is a spirit.
Bro, what? What is
so,
dude?
Have you guys read
Thought? Have
you guys
this guy is like
define what spirit is.
Wait, what's the name? What's the name of the scientist from Fantastic Four? The
sir, define what spirit.
Are you a comedian?
I think it's pretty funny. You are reaching so far. This is the
I'm actually not, because I've actually read history.
This is the second goofiest argument I've ever heard.
Okay, I'm just going to end my live here then, because I don't want to talk.
So you're gonna run because you're scared?
No,
nobody's scared of you, bro. You're actually like the dumbest person I think I've ever talked to for a second.
So I'm going to define spirit for you: the non-physical part of a person, which is the seat of emotions and character, the soul. The second definition is those qualities regarded as forming the definitive or typical elements in the character of
SVS, what if all burning had to do was say is that
attitudes
what if all burning had to do was say is that reason is one logical tool that they use. Boom. Okay. Now what? It's just one of many logical tools.
That's not the truth though. Because
is that not the truth?
Because everything that they believe is based on reason.
Not necessarily.
Sir, let me just correct
an atheist can believe, like, I don't know, maybe magic or something. Like
sir, a religion typically includes belief in supernatural beings, in worship and devotion, like sacred texts or doctrines, and prescribed rituals or moral authority grounded in the divine. But atheism, by definition, is just simply the absence of belief in gods.
That's
It makes no positive metaphysical claim. There's no object of worship.
Christianity doesn't make a positive metaphysical claim.
It does.
Other than there's a God. Other than there's a God. Yeah, other than there's a God. That's the only metaphysical claim.
That is a positive.
It makes.
Wait. SVS, you're saying there is something. You realize that, right?
I said it makes one positive claim and everything else is negative, meaning they don't. Here's the thing you don't understand. And look, you can ask the Catholic if I'm wrong. They define God as a negative, meaning we know what God isn't. We don't know what God is. Do you understand? That's very different than what you guys are doing. You guys are saying you guys are only giving.
No, you're saying this thing exists, and you're just saying that thing has certain properties.
Okay, let John correct me since John knows. Let's see the actual.
You literally get on your knees for a God, sir.
No. So the church's position, and this is Thomas Aquinas as well, is that God is knowable through reason and logic. His morality can be understood through the logical and reasoned process. So this idea that we know what God isn't, sure, but we also do know what God is through reason and logic. This whole idea is that they only believe in reason and logic. That's not important in belief or faith or anything. It's just crazy to me.
Well, SVS was granted reason and logic by his God to understand him.
Look,
but
you're confusing epistemology with theology, sir. Okay. Reason is just simply a tool for evaluating claims like math or logic.
Yeah, but
it's not a being with agency.
The entire world that we live in is based on the Enlightenment, right? And especially Kant, Hegel, and Marx, and people like this, right? So you're just like not really thinking about what happened before all that, right? We're living in like a postmodern era where this kind of like strange deistic worldview has been permeated into everything we do, right?
Okay, but no atheist prays to reason or sacrifices to it or believes it answers prayers.
Most people don't know they're in a cult until they're in too deep. right?
Bro,
like you,
this is so fucking.
Sir, do you ever, sir, do you ever question?
If you want to call Christianity a cult,
answer my question.
It's the cult that's defined the last 2,000 years.
Sir,
I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine.
Do you ever question your God?
No,
I have, sure, but I just kind of come to the conclusion that.
So do you ever question the moral goodness of your God?
Oof. Why is he running? Why is he running?
I don't know if he knows he's in teacupping.
I think he's running. Anyway, burning. Oh,
I got a phone. I had a phone call, so it cut out. It cut out. My bad. Go ahead. Sorry.
I said, do you ever question the moral goodness of your God?
Is he gonna do that every time you talk?
His God is calling him.
Yeah, he's gonna answer that prayer in like 5 business days.
I'm trying to message them so they don't call me back, so I don't get cut off again. Okay, so ask the question again. Sorry.
I said, do you ever question the moral goodness of your God?
I have in the past. I don't anymore, and I'll tell you why. I don't think it's possible for whatever's created all of existence to be evil. I think by definition it could not be evil.
So everything that your God is and does is good.
By definition, it must be so. Yes.
Okay, so anything that he would do, or she or they would do, you would accept uncritically. You would just uncritically regard it as good.
Well, I couldn't know anything outside of what it's created.
I mean, that relies on an assumption that God is a benevolent creator.
Well, God also created evil, right? Like that's the
okay.
problem
Well,
with evil.
Do you believe that your God is benevolent and all good? SV.
I just believe it's very simple. I believe by definition God cannot be evil. Now, does that mean that evil can?
So he's all good, right?
Yes, correct.
So he created evil or no?
Evil is a problem that exists, and so it's allowed by him. I don't think that he created it in the sense that he wants it to be here.
Who or what created evil?
Well, you can talk about the fall of man is traditionally where you understand evil to come from.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. We can get into that. I think that's very interesting. If we're like the creation of evil, right, is generally seen as like an Adam and Eve, correct or incorrect?
That is where that is at.
So that's like the creation of evil.
To be fair, I think that story is a little too exclusionary and homophobic and heteronormative, and it doesn't include like different types of identities and genders.
Of course not. But where I'm going with the story, if you can let me go there, Burning, if that's okay with you.
Sure.
If God is omnipotent, right? If he knows, or omniscient, if he knows everything, he would know how he created Adam and Eve in such a way that they would fail his test and create evil. So he set them up to fail a test. Right.
Well, that is presuming that SVS believes that he.
Well, yeah, but generally, most Christians or Catholics would both agree that God is all-knowing. He created Adam and Eve. He created Adam and Eve knowing that they would fail the test, and then
I don't know that SVS is a Bible literalist. SVS, are you a Bible literalist?
No, definitely not. I mean, I think that the Bible, I think it can be taken somewhat literally, but not in the way that
you don't believe the story of Adam and Eve.
No, I believe it's true, but it doesn't mean that it's like, I don't think it's a very simple story to understand. I don't think it's like, that's the end all be all. Obviously, there's a lot more going on than what's described in the Bible, right?
So did God know that they would fail the test?
I mean, you're asking about if God is omniscient or not, or knows everything. I mean, I think ultimately he does.
So if he's omniscient and he creates Adam and creates Eve, and he knows that telling them not to eat from that tree is not going to be sufficient to stop them and their curiosity in the way that he created them, and he put that tree in such a way that they could access it, he created a test knowing that in all the conditions and the way that he created it, they could not pass his test.
Well, I don't think he saw it as a test. I think I'll give you an analogy that I think is reasonable, right? If you have a kid and you raise it up to a certain age, at some point they've got to learn to walk on their own, right? and eventually they're going to touch a hot stove, and you can only prevent it so long, right?
I'm sorry, SVS. I'm not even trying to enter. I just had like a deja vu within deja vu within deja vu, and like my brain just fucking broke a little bit. Like that was fucking weird. Oh my god, that was fucking weird. Okay, let's say SVS, what would be equivalent then to your example would be I created a kid knowing the kid's future, and I created the kid in such a way knowing that they would touch that stove no matter
Did you
what
watch
in the way
my
that I
live
created
before, Petsis?
I think you have, and I just had like quadruple fucking deja vu, bro.
Did you watch my live about, why if God created like people or something, then why create them to send them to hell or something?
I didn't watch that, but Burning, have you ever been on with SVS before?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
no, I've never been here before.
Dude, I don't know.
Give us your
I
answer,
just tripped the fuck
SVS.
out. Like I don't know what the fuck that was. I was
Yeah. So just want to make sure I got it right. But yeah, so basically you're asking why would God allow it? Again, I think here's the thing is like
I'm not saying hold on, SVS. I'm not saying allow it. He created them to fail.
Well, again, I don't think here's the thing is like, do I own my children's mind? Can I force my child to do what I want them to do? No, I cannot. And even if I could, why would I want to do that? Because then they have no ability to grow and learn on their own, right?
Oh my gosh, you don't understand. What we're trying to say is this is an omniscient, all-powerful, all-knowing God who created these people before they were in the womb. That's what the Bible says, right? Before you're in the womb, I knew you. So he knew exactly what their fate would be, every play by play, okay? So why would he create these people if he knew exactly that how their life would play out, and they basically condemn them to eternal suffering?
And condemn everybody else as a result.
I'll tell you the difference here. Here's the difference, okay?
You're as a parent, you're not like all knowing. You don't know that your kid's going to touch the stove.
Here's the difference. Here's the difference. So I don't think God gave us fate. I think he gave us destiny. So, I don't think he controls what we do, right? He may know what we're going to do, but he doesn't control what we do. He's not like a God who wants to manipulate us.
Yeah,
and tell us what
the
to
free
do.
will objection doesn't work still, because even if he gave you free will, he gave you the free will knowing exactly how you would exercise that free will. So if he knew exactly how you'd exercise that free will, that goes against the libertarian free will.
Well, I mean, if I were to play devil's advocate here, I mean, let's think about how much is created in our society, right? That we know is going to break, that we know is going to go to the trash can, that we know is going to be destroyed, but we understand that they still have some utility to them.
No, we understand that, John. But the issue here, right, that I'm having is as an omnipotent or omniscient. Right. And the issue is here. Like fly or some shit. Okay. So then let's say since God doesn't want them to bring evil into the world because he knows if they disobey him, he just doesn't give them wings to fly, and then boom, right? But he created them in such a way, either with their curiosity or their nature, he put that nature inside of them, or he put the means to physically or mentally be incapable of refusing the temptation or be physically capable in order to do the temptation in such a way that they could not refuse it. So what I'm saying is that he created a rigged test knowing the result would be them bringing evil into the world as a result. And then you want to say he's all good.
Here's the thing, and that's kind of what I was pointing out earlier is, like, think about how much we create in society knowing that it's going to probably be destroyed in some fashion, probably going to be thrown away, broken, all the things that, it gets obliterated at some point.
Sure.
Yet we understand that there is some utility in its existence, ultimately knowing that it's probably not going to last forever.
John, what is the utility in creating billions of people knowing that they will die and burn in hell for eternity?
Well, that's not exactly what the Bible says. God's not. automatically damning people.
Yeah, no, hell is a made up concept.
I agree.
Well, a lot of people don't agree with you, sir. A lot of people don't agree with you.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's a pretty mainstream Christian belief that hell is actually a real place.
It's actually not a real. It's not a real mainstream.
Yeah, it's just
Christian
the lack
belief.
of the love of
It
God.
is actually
correct?
the Protestant mainstream belief.
Like, listen, if you ask the majority of Christians all over the world, and I think maybe a lot of them would say that, but I think in Western European societies, like even your hard-nosed Christians probably wouldn't say that hell exists.
So wait, if you think if you go to Alabama,
hell is made up.
So does
you ask a Southern Baptist?
Yeah, say again. If I asked, a Southern Baptist would definitely say that hell exists.
Yeah, that's the majority of Christians in this country. They
and I grew up. Look, I
people.
grew up as a Southern Baptist, and look, the thing is that, most of Protestantism, I'm sad to say, is a heretical belief. Now, again, I'm not saying that means that they're all like not a Christian, but I think they're very deluded and delusional people. And, I'm not going to condemn them for that, because all humans are capable of that, right? Like, you're an atheist, I would say you're delusional. I have my own delusions. We're all can be wrong. It doesn't change that the truth is there, right?
I mean, I think you're more wrong than me. That's the difference.
I mean, even if it were, who cares? I mean, it's kind of irrelevant, to be honest.
I think it matters, though. If I'm more right than you, I think it matters.
Okay, you're right. So now do you feel better, and can we continue on with the conversation?
Well, no, it all really decides who gets to govern in this society. Okay, so if I'm more right than you, then I should be able to govern.
So why should an atheist, gay person who hates humanity control society over?
Excuse you, sir.
That is
why are you being
was so out of
now,
left
sir?
field.
No, how is that homophobic? That's how you describe it.
Because you just mentioned sexuality for no reason when it's not relevant.
Why? Well, you just said that Christian. You said it's about who controls society, and you're saying, well, yes. Christians are deluded and they control society. So
why did you?
Well, why do you have to mention my religion? Why do you have to mention my religion?
Well,
because
to be fair, you
religion is an ideology, sir.
Well, so is being gay.
Sexuality is not an ideology, sir.
How is it not an ideology?
Let me ask you a question. Is being straight an ideology?
Sure.
How is it an ideology?
Wait, SVS, you choose. Wait. SVS, do you choose every day to like women? Do you have to do that?
Well, no, hold on. I think there's something a little bit more nuanced to be prodded here. No, I think there's something a little bit more nuanced to be prodded here. I think that
John, I agree that like being gay, right, or homosexual probably comes with some ideologies, but it doesn't make.
Well, we definitely say that ideology reinforces sexuality, right? When we talk about heteronormativity,
I think it would be vice versa, actually.
You don't think that you think that sexuality ideology will stem out of sexuality, but you don't think that ideology can inform sexuality?
I think generally sexuality informs ideology. Not.
Are you gay?
Here's the thing: is I think once you understand. Well, when we talk about systems like patriarchy or heteronormativity, I think we kind of understand that these systems take people who may have lived their true self, but then force them and shape them in a particular way that maybe goes against their nature. And so that's why I say that these are ideas that ultimately form people's behaviors.
But it's not actually changing it's just forcing it, right? But it's not their actual belief.
I think that there were many, and I may be wrong about this, I think that there were gay people existed who really didn't even quite understand that they were gay, or didn't even really
probably.
And I think that is because of the heteronormative ideological nature of society. Like and I may be wrong about this, but I really do believe that a lot of these conservatives are gay, and I don't even think they understand that. And
I would agree with you, by the way.
I don't even think they've come to terms with that. And I think the reason why they haven't come to terms with that, or understood that, or really just come face to face with that, is because we have a system that reinforces heterosexuality.
Well, John, what do you think they could change? Right, the fact that they're gay, or the fact that they're conservative?
I think that they can. I don't know if it's anything about. They can definitely change the fact that they're conservative. I don't.
Very bad conversation.
I mean, I'm just saying. Well, I'm not saying that sexuality is completely determined by ideology. For sure, that's not the case.
It's not determined at all, right? It might be suppressed or forced or hidden, but it's not determined.
No. Well, I mean, here's the thing. When we talk about suppression, force, and something being suppressed and forced and hidden, then we are kind of saying that it is determined in a certain way. Now, I'm not saying that I believe, this argument that I'm making stems from the idea that sexuality comes prenatally. But I think both can be true. I think someone can be prenatally, they are made, quote unquote, made gay, but then that when they're introduced into society with all of its expectations, that they don't really understand that and really come to terms with that or really know that they're gay.
Okay, so John, I understand what you're saying, right? But more so what I'm trying to say, right, is that 2 + 2 is 4, right? So let's say that society wanted to hide that fact or wanted to reject that fact no matter what, but it doesn't change the reality, right? Just the ideology changes, maybe around the science or maybe around whatever, but the fact would still exist.
Are you sort of asking like in a certain
because I'm saying that I could be wrong, and I'm not gay. I'm not gay, but I am straight, and you could make the same argument for straightness, right?
Well,
I don't choose every day to like women.
Hold on, let me ask you one question, Pestis. Let's say, for instance, that you just had the urge to have sex with a guy one time. Would you then be gay, or would you still be straight?
I mean, there's good things. There's like names for bi and shit. So. Or bi.
But I mean, does the instant? But hold on. But does the instant make you who you are, or does the internal being make you who you are?
Well, I don't even think that's really what we're trying to prod at here. I mean, this is if I'm mistaken, are you kind of asking me like if a tree falls in the woods and no one's around? Like,
yeah, I'm saying being straight or being gay or whatever the fuck your sexuality is, right, exists irregardless of the social contract or constructs around you. However, those social constructs around you might warp your own self-image or might warp that. But
that's ultimately the point that I'm trying to make here is that these people.
But still, but John, there's still a truth, right? Underneath all that warping and contortion.
I'm not denying that there's a truth there. You're making precisely the point that I'm trying to make. That these people know. Well, sorry, these people don't know that they're gay, but they are, as a matter of fact, gay. But it is so deeply suppressed, so deeply misunderstood by even themselves that they have no like idea that they're even gay.
You're right, actually, because I didn't know that I liked that until later, and No, I didn't know that I liked, people like you, John, until later in life, because my sisters told me they knew before me, and I was
that's exactly what I'm pointing at. It's like people. I really do believe people walk around not really knowing their sexuality, and I know that sounds like cliche, but that is a real thing. And when I say that they don't know their sexuality, I mean that they will literally have no idea that they prefer one thing over the other because they simply have not deep dived into that.
That other guy was an idiot, right? Or is that in my head?
I mean, he was just a spineless. He was just largely spineless. He didn't really believe in it.
He's back.
All right. All right, so I mean, I guess in the sense, right, that
awkward, he's back.
Yeah, I mean,
it's okay. I don't mind. It's okay. No, and look, I wanted to balance.
No. Listen, SVS. I said something while you were gone, and I think it's a.
No, I heard it. No, it's all good.
Okay.
No, it's all good.
But for my no, I think you're spineless and don't believe anything. Okay, let's get
cool. Well, look. To balance things, this is my friend I'm inviting up here. He's a Luciferian, so we're gonna balance the powers.
What
here.
Does that mean?
He likes Lucifer.
Is he like a religious Luciferian or like a philosophical one?
Well, I'll let him speak for himself. But
okay. So wait, are you a Christian, Satsurt?
What's going on?
What is your religion?
Huh? No, I don't have a religion.
Oh, do you worship God? Do you worship God?
I don't worship anything.
Oh.
No, I'm an occultist. I'm an animist.
What does that mean?
It means that I believe in the divinity of nature and the natural world.
Are you like a hippie?
No.
Oh.
No, I believe that the earth is alive.
I thought that was pantheism or something.
No, it's not pantheism. Pantheism is the belief that everything is essentially God.
Ah, okay. All right.
So you think like the
they're
earth
kind
is
of
alive?
similar, except that I believe that everything is divine. True.
Okay.
Because it's about, we I explore many different ones, and ultimately, I'm an animist. So, like for instance, you have Thirster Through. Thirster Through is another
Maybe you're putting the cart before the horse there.
So, Sotzerk, how do you think the universe emerged?
Exactly. You just said the word emergence.
Or how do you think Earth became a
Plasma
thing?
is ionized matter, charged, luminous, self-organizing, conducts, remembers, forms, filaments, double layers, knots, vortices, stars, nebula, auroras, and space itself.
Do you think the universe is eternal, right?
Yes.
And do you think it's like the first beginning or the first cause?
There is no.
Do you believe the universe created everything?
I believe that there's cycles, but it's not. That's not how everything came to be. Everything.
Right.
No,
couldn't the same matter and like infinitely collapse and then like be emerged.
What's called emergence theory.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't really believe in any of this.
You guys, this is.
I don't really believe in any of this.
What was the initial conversation, John?
I mean, I think it was a dark matter.
It's actually plasma matter, John. Okay.
Oh, fuck me. All right.
Those are the prompts here that conservatives.
Basically, consciousness is not in the brain.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Who do you think is more emergent, Kamala Harris or Donald Trump?
Okay. We know consciousness, is. You must be a deist then if you don't think it's in the brain. So you think it's something higher than that?
No, I'm an animist.
Although
that's not.
I know.
Correct, really.
I feel like
to make it simple though.
Yeah, because I know a lot of Christians. They think that a God just magically created consciousness.
Yeah, no, I don't know. There's no God like that.
I disagree, but it's okay. We can disagree.
Well, they think this God like just got Plato and created everything and created consciousness too.
No, consciousness doesn't need to be created. It's always existed.
To be fair, like I actually think like everything is a part of God, one way or the other. So like I think it's all kind of like one thing, but also God has its own.
So wait, are we all God
consciousness? No, I think we're kind of like a part of Him, but it doesn't mean that.
Is this the cosmic egg theory, bro?
Look, there's like the one and the many. Look, there's like the one, which is God, and then there's all of us, which is like not exactly God, but we're definitely connected to Him.
So what? Do you believe in like the cosmic egg theory?
Is he evil too? Is he evil?
I don't think so.
Wait, so if we are part of Him, if He created us as part of Him, then that means evil is a part of Him.
Correct.
Well, and even if it's not part of Him, He created us in His image, right? So His image is evil. I'm pretty sure it says in His image in the Bible, does it not? When He created Adam.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. SVS, what's the unforgivable sin, man?
Well, I maybe want to be an animist now. This seems interesting.
I think the only unforgivable sin is basically like blasphemy or hatred of God.
Blasphemy against the Holy Spirit.
No, I don't think it's possible that there is an unforgivable sin.
Blasphemy against the Holy Spirit, John. I although it says that in the Bible, but I like what you were saying, John, because either there's a sin too great for God to forgive, right? Like he literally does not have the ability to forgive it,
or he chooses not to,
or he chooses not to.
Get offended.
He decides when.
So
why would he get offended by like people criticizing him or like questioning him? That's just so insecure.
He's not God.
Exactly.
Well, I would disagree. I would say that I would say that
is smarter than SVS confirmed.
Well, maybe, but I think from my point of view, I think it's maybe not as different as we perceive it right now.
We give each other crap. SBS is actually a cool dude. We're good friends.
I don't like SBS.
We have disagreements, but
So how many packs a day do you smoke, man?
No, I'm against the turn on this.
No, I think cigarettes are healthy for you.
No, I love smoking.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck who's that. Like, I'm against
Isn't
the
it
current.
like-
Like, I love smoking.
Isn't it a sin to smoke?
It
Why
is
would
a it is a sin to overindulge. It is not a sin to smoke.
Well, here's the argument I was going to make. I think sin is one of these things where like it's kind of like the whole idea of like your body's a temple, right? Like if you're destroying your body,
Yeah,
then
like
you're acting against
tattoos are
yourself.
sinful.
Well, yeah, but it's not just because it's not necessarily because you're doing the thing in and of itself. It's because you're not respecting yourself. And so if you don't respect yourself, how can you respect God? You know what I mean? That's,
Feel about heaven. I don't know if I believe in heaven.
Well, heaven sounds like it sucks, to be honest. How it's described.
Well, I'll tell you that I actually think that's a good
no, I've
question.
seen way too much evidence for
was a
reincarnation.
Christian before.
Well,
I've seen way
think,
too much evidence for reincarnation.
again, this is what the Bible tells you. It says only the Son of God is good. Everybody else is just struggling towards that. We're never going to achieve perfectness, right? We can't do that. But
I think
we can
Jesus
try,
may have existed, but that's a whole other story.
No, but listen, you get the idea. Again, even if you don't believe in him,
this definitely exists.
Okay, my issue is SBS.
I think he was like.
right? So their
Right.
actions are tainted from the very beginning, right? If an atheist is good,
you're playing golf. And what I mean by that is like, look, you're always trying to do better for your
Christians fucking suck most of the time, dude. I've met more bad Christians than I have met yeah, and this is
Sure.
just my own personal experience, sure, but
Sure,
I think
you-
it holds true generally, actually.
Well, look,
I think
yeah,
the average Christian
in some ways
is worse than the average or on average than the average like
sure. I mean,
whatever
maybe
you
that's
call it,
true, but
non-believer.
look, I've been to other cultures, I've been in other countries, I've seen it all. And look, here's the thing: is like people are people, but also like, you know, look, bad things can happen to people, and people do bad things. Like it's everywhere you go.
So
You're
how
gonna
do you
run into
explain the
same thing, so.
discrepancy between Christian behavior and Catholic behavior generally being worse, like on
I
average?
mean, I don't know that it is. Most people in the world want to live around white Christians in America, to be honest with you. So.
Oh no, sir.
I don't.
It's not because, sir. It's not because
I don't
they're
live.
Christian.
I'm very happy
It's
with where I live.
because white people bombed other countries and they forced
No, hold on.
displacement of those people.
No, I don't think that Christians are different than other people in how they act. I think what we're really pointing at is the contrast with these people. I think when people point out how bad Christians act, they're really pointing at, well, this person says that they're supposedly morally good, but then they're just fucking assholes. Well, yeah, they're assholes. They're not like they're not really that different from anybody else. I think it's just a contrast that we have in their mind between how they should act and what they're actually doing.
I think the issue I have, right, is that not only do they act poorly, but the difference between a Christian and maybe like somebody who's just a non-believer or an agnostic is that the people who have religious beliefs, and I forget the exact saying, but they justify their atrocities with divinity, right? Which is the most dangerous thing and that's fucked up because then
It's
you can't
evil,
even
really.
question their moral atrocities and their
Look,
badness, right? Because it's divinely ordained.
Look, I'll tell you, like, you're not totally wrong, but
I
I'll
definitely agree with that.
Well, look, you're not totally wrong, but let me tell you this, like, and I know Twilight's going to back me up on this probably, and probably John too. Look, here's the thing. There's a lot of evil people who wrap themselves in Jesus or Christianity or any belief or any ideology
Don't
or
do
any identity.
no true Scotsman. I'm not going to accept
Jack's a
it.
genuine dude, though. He is.
No, he's not. I don't like him. He came up here.
No, he really is.
No, look, let me explain. So, you know, is that the act of Christianity? I mean, I think there's probably some people who involved in that who believe, but I think a vast majority of them are just doing what they're going to do anyways, and then saying, well, how do we get everybody to support us in what we're going to do? Well, let's
Different from other people.
Well, I think it is,
the
John,
contrast.
because
the
difference, John, is that capitalism or communism or any of these other beliefs, right, or not even beliefs, these like things, right, because those are largely like economic things and plans and whatnot that are wrapped up. That I don't know that anywhere they claim that they're infallible, right? But the Bible infallible.
Right.
Right. That's the
I
fucking
mean, listen,
issue.
you don't, I mean, infallibility, I mean, that is a,
don't even question it, dude. It's
yeah.
If you question it, you're going to hell forever.
Yeah, and it kind of gets to the point of like,
we're definitely
you
going to hell.
definitely had ideologies, like secular ideologies that claimed like, oh, you can't question this or else, you know, you're going to die, you're going to be shamed, you're going to do XYZ, it's going to happen to you. And so what I'm thinking about right now is like, is that an ideological thing or is that a uniquely religious thing? Is that the threshold that any ideology that is supposedly secular is, if they cross that threshold, then they automatically become a religion, or is that capable of all ideologies and more frequent in some than others?
John, it's unique to religion because the whole idea of an infallibility comes from a god. No one can prove or disprove the existence of a god. So if someone says my God is infallible, we can't prove that they're fallible and they can't prove that they're infallible. They just have faith that they're infallible.
Well, but there were many
it's different from saying,
history.
sir, it's different from saying like scientists are scientists are not infallible.
Yeah, but
scientists
that's
can
not,
prove
that's
that they're
not
not
even what I'm
infallible.
saying. That's not even what I'm saying. I'm talking about the most rapacious like leaders in history, right? Let's talk about a Mao Zedong or
So Mao let's talk about Mao.
Or like a Hirohito. Like those people had that kind of aura around them where like you don't question what I say, you're gonna fucking die.
That's true. That's true.
My point is like once they cross that threshold, is that actually a religion, or is that something that is inherent to just
That's
power?
true, right? They say,
capable.
John, again, there's still difference here. They say if you do this, you're gonna be punished. Like if I catch you We can disprove racism through science.
And I place. So yeah, actually, I'm gonna agree with you. It is worse, absolutely.
Okay.
Well, it could also be better though. Like if people start acting better because their decisions live on throughout all of time, it could also be a great good then, right?
What do you define as acting better? Because I don't think that genociding people because you think what they're doing is bad is okay.
Well, Christians also like basically tried to end slavery worldwide as well, right? So
And they also but it doesn't make sense when they participated in it and heavily.
Okay, so we're just gonna okay. The left do. They say that, well, because you're white, you benefit from white supremacy throughout all of history, and so therefore you're
Okay, what
to blame
religion
for
does that come
things.
from?
Atheism.
Okay, and I'm sorry. So what's the thing that they're prescribing is going to happen to you?
You'll
Atoning for sins and making up for like discrepancies, right, is not a eternally in the afterlife is the same as saying you should do your best.
white people are responsible for slavery. All white people are responsible for
Sir, nobody's
all of,
saying that, sir.
Okay.
Have you opened up your algorithm in the last,
Sir,
here's my
people
problem
are
though.
saying
It's SVS.
Wait, SVS, do you
well,
think
actually,
I'm a leftist?
my enemy is liberalism, to be honest with you. But
Wait, do you think I'm a leftist?
okay, well, my enemy is conservatism.
SVS,
well,
do
you don't
think
even
I'm
know
a
what
leftist?
liberalism is. Liberalism is beyond conservatism. It's like the most extreme form of prejudice in the world, but you don't even understand.
Wait, how
that.
is liberalism prejudice?
Can we Google liberalism? Like,
yeah, we should. Let's Google
Sir,
liberalism.
SV, tell me how it's prejudice, sir.
Pretty sure liberalism is pretty close to the center, to be honest. But
it's what?
I'm pretty sure liberalism is pretty
you
close
realize
to the,
that
to the
conservatism
to the
is
center of the
prejudice,
political
right,
horseshoe.
SV?
Say what now? Say what now? I didn't hear you.
I think host was talking and me, so I'm gonna let host go first because I don't want to keep talking.
I didn't hear what he said. So
Me?
yeah, I didn't hear you. You asked me a question. I didn't understand what you said.
I said conservatism by definition is prejudice because it means to conserve the status quo, even if it is prejudice and anti-progress. That's exactly why. That's exactly why.
Where's that?
There was a
Where did you
whole
get that
civil
definition
war fought in America. This is why the conservatives in the South wanted to
Well,
start
I'm
a
not a
whole civil war. Sir, I'm talking about conservatives. This is why conservatives in the Civil War, they started a whole war just to keep their black slaves.
That's not what the Civil War was about for the
okay, what was it about?
SVS, that was like 80%, 90% of why.
No, SVS, listen, I will eat you on this topic. Move on.
You're gonna say
because
it was over states' rights, SVS, and not about being able to keep their property?
No, SVS, listen, I'm
property and promoting government, though modern forms often support.
Yes, like I said, it's pretty
intervention.
close to the political center, actually.
Sir, tell me what the Civil War is about.
So you don't want to talk about liberalism?
I will after you explain what the Civil War is about.
Well, it was about a great deal of many things.
But what was the main cause?
Well, since you already have an opinion, why don't you tell me?
Well, I told you it was fought because of slavery.
And you think that was the only reason that a bunch of people went and killed each other? You think?
Yeah, that was like
You're telling me
primary
that
cause.
that poor white people who could barely scrounge up stuff from
Yeah,
so
poor
rich.
Southern,
Hold on. So
poor
hold on. Let me
Southern,
finish.
no.
Hold on. So rich white people could continue enslaving other people. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm telling you. Because
that's what we have in America.
Whoever heard of poor Southern whites doing ridiculous shit on the behalf of rich people?
Right.
Right.
Who's ever heard of
But
that?
no. But you're.
Who's ever
manipulated into it, right?
in America since the very beginning.
Well, it
Since
went
Bacon's
back into all the way
rebellion.
into Europe too. Europeans have been doing this to each other for thousands of
I
years.
mean, absolutely.
Okay,
but-
that doesn't.
okay. I mean, I don't know if it has everything to do with the Civil War, but the British definitely had their part to play in the Civil War.
Yeah, the British were literally enslaving white people for 1,000 years at least,
let me just
if not
please
longer.
stop trying to play the victim, okay? So
Oh,
look, sir,
okay, you're right. Only the gay guy can
sir,
play the victim.
sir.
All right, go ahead.
Well, has it ever been illegal to be white anywhere in the world? Tell me.
Has it ever been illegal to be anything anywhere in the world?
Yes,
it's been
like
illegal to be
today,
gay.
like
What a
70 plus
fucking
countries.
cop out answer, dude. What I started to like you, but that response made me hate you immediately.
Because it's you guys are acting like you have a gotcha and you just have
No. Has anything ever actually been
okay,
illegal?
show me
Get the fuck
one
outta
law. Hold on, show me one law that says you got to be white or it's illegal. There's nowhere in the
Okay,
world.
so why- you seem to have a problem.
I've been to other countries where I've been discriminated
hold
against.
on a second.
Because
Let me
I'm
finish.
not from that land.
Listen, I also
being mean to me, John. Is that better for you?
I mean, host, he kind of nailed you on that one.
Why? Why did he nail me on
I
that
wish
one?
I
Wow,
did.
John.
Oh my God, he sounds so cute. All right, let's
John,
continue.
wait, why? How did he nail me on that one, John?
No, I'm just
under
have
British
black
rule.
people as slaves.
Well, you
That's
just wanted to
the end all
unalive.
be
You
all
just
of
wanted
the
to
entire
unalive other.
South.
Yeah, you just
SD?
wanted to unalive other white people because the British told me to do so. That's, bro.
Yeah,
What?
well, look, I'm a Christian. Everybody has responsibility for their own actions, of course. But again, if you're just going to ignore the institutionalized institutions
You're
that
a
have
Christian 'cause you're born in
manipulated people into
America.
position, well,
No,
I
he's
think
Christian
that's
because
just
he's
dishonest.
British, dude. And the British believe fucking
Sir,
Christ. All right,
if you were
he's
born in
literally
Afghanistan, you would be Muslim. So stop talking.
no, because Afghanistan burning is actually also controlled by the British. You didn't know that, dude.
Well, kind of. It has been,
dude. What the fuck?
I mean, why do you hold on?
I like how he's like a Jewish conspiracy theorist, but for
Britain, yeah.
Like,
Are you
you know,
anti-Semitic,
he's
SP?
no, he's BQ.
No, I love the
he's
Jews.
BQ build.
They're my friends. So
he's only saying that because they're surveilling him right now. They own Oracle, dude. Like,
wow.
fuck off, man.
No,
Wow.
SVS.
Well, that
what
sounds
do
a
you
little
think- what do you
anti-Semitic
think-
right there.
What do you think about Irish?
Something pretty gay, probably.
No, wait, hold on. Does it mean like a human?
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Cannot
I'm just-
sound.
That's enjoy sex
the
and have
issue is
kids, and
SBS
we'll
is
enjoy
it
our
can't
life.
just be me. It has to be everybody.
Oh well,
No,
that sounds very
SBS
fascist of
what
you.
SBS
Hold on, that sounds
Maybe
very fascist.
SBS.
Possibly can, and I want more British people in the world.
Please, John. John, please, bro.
I mean,
I want
And then you can try and fight a civil war against 50 people.
well, as long as I get a lot of hot women and have a lot
No,
of
you're
kids.
not.
He thinks all white people look the same. He's racist towards white people.
I'm racist towards white people.
By the way, like you need to stop SV, okay? Because by the way, there's a stereotype that white men have small penises, but they don't. So I can recognize that as someone who knows that white people have committed atrocities throughout history, but I can still recognize positive things because I can still say that a lot of white men on average have really big penises, right?
Right.
Listen, we got to clip that. We got to clip that. How you went from penis size to genocide.
No, I have a serious question. Okay, hold on. I have a serious question for Embers. Okay, I saw this video today. Okay, it was a gay Asian man, and he said, gay Asian men who date white men are upholding white supremacy because they're not dating men of color instead of white men. How do you feel about that statement?
I'd say they are upholding white supremacy if they are being exclusionary to other races.
So, okay, so you're saying that people should not have the right to discriminate based on anything of who they sleep with?
That is correct.
Okay, do you understand that have you ever said that to a woman, that you should not have the right to discriminate who has
don't think
access to your body?
No, you shouldn't discriminate against people for their race.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds like thought control. Are you trying to like mind warp people and make them do what you want?
I'm just saying you shouldn't discriminate against people for their race.
Okay. How about this? What if I said that I don't want you to, Embers, I think that it's upholding beautiful people supremacy because you won't have sex with an ugly gay man. What do you think about that?
Well, appearance is different than race, sir. Like
how is it different? Race is basically
you can change how
based
you
on
look.
how people look.
Change how you look.
Okay.
By the way, like
Michael Jackson changed.
Hold
on, Michael Jackson changed from a black man to a gay white woman.
No, first off, Michael Jackson was always a black man.
I actually hate SBS so much, dude. I can't believe it.
Sir, why'd you call him gay for some reason?
I mean, I'm just kidding. I think he was probably straight, but I said he looked like a gay white woman is what I said. He looked like a gay white woman.
Actually gay,
hold on.
Okay?
You think that Michael Jackson was lesbian maxing right now?
Dude,
I'm joking, but look, here's the thing: is like you understand the analogy that I gave is very similar to what you're saying. You're saying people should not have the right to discriminate based on race. So how is it not immoral to date or have sex with somebody based on how they look? How is that different?
Because it's different, sir. Because if you're basically discriminating against someone because of their race, like there's a difference between choosing someone based on their appearance and choosing someone based on their race.
Well, how would you know what race somebody is other than how they look? Hold on.
Sir,
how would a blind man choose people based on
SBS?
How would a blind person
with any
discriminate based on race?
Because you're saying
they can still discriminate against them, yes.
How would that be possible?
They might discriminate against a black person because they have ave or they sound like they're black or something.
But how would a blind person know the difference if they've never seen
because in America, like African Americans tend to speak in ave.
No, but if a person is blind from birth, how could they possibly discriminate based on race?
They can be taught that too. But even then, like they can still discriminate. Sir, they can discriminate against them based on how they sound too.
Okay. So if there was a whole race of blind gay men in this country, and they decided to discriminate based on race or based on looks.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, I actually hate this guy.
My head is actually starting to hurt.
SBS,
right.
How
and
old
if a blind
are you,
person
dude?
was told that the person was black and they discriminated against them, like if a blind person went on a date, like an actual blind date because they're blind, and they find out that the person's black and they're like, never mind, I don't want you anymore.
SBS is literally describing a Dave Chappelle skit right now, where the racist blind guy.
Well, that's the level of the absurdity of you guys' argument. You're like, well,
you guys
I need to police people's. Hold on. No. You guys are saying that it's wrong.
No,
for
I'm just saying you're ridiculous. I don't give a fuck about their arguments, dude. I haven't
This is what you guys are saying.
I'm just saying
that it's wrong
actually,
to discriminate
like,
who you
I
have sex
cannot
with.
believe that you're a functioning adult, dude. That's
ever
where I'm
told
at right now. I haven't been arguing. I haven't even been paying attention to arguments. You
listen.
How are you a functioning
Would you
adult?
tell a
SPS,
black?
how old are you?
Hold on. Is it wrong for a black woman?
How old are you,
say,
SPS? Answer my question.
Listen to what I'm telling you.
No, how old?
How would you feel?
How old
about
are you?
somebody telling a black woman?
How old are you?
It's wrong for you.
How old are you?
To discriminate.
How old are you?
To only sleep with black men. How would you feel about that?
How old are you?
How would you feel?
How old are you?
I'm not going to answer that question.
Why not?
Because it's irrelevant to my point.
He's 27, I think he said.
He's 27?
Or yeah, I think he said that.
How many types of federal aid are you on? How many types of Medicare, Medicaid, subsidized
Why can't you just
income?
engage with the subject?
Dude, how much
Why
are
do you
you
have to
on?
detract?
You cannot be a functioning adult member of society.
If I were to tell a black woman not to have sex with only black men because it's discriminating based on race, how would you feel about that?
All I'm going to say right now is you should not discriminate against people based on their race.
Okay, so you would tell a black woman, hold on.
Anybody.
Okay, and how do you think the average person would say that would go for you if you were to tell a black woman, don't discriminate based on race if you only want to sleep with black men?
I don't know. I think you shouldn't do that no matter what your race is.
Well, that sounds very fascist of you that you want to enforce people to do
Sir,
what...
I'm not enforcing anything.
No, but you want that enforced, though. You want that enforced. Wait.
No, I don't. I don't want that enforced. Sir, all I'm telling you is that it is a moral abomination for you to discriminate against people based on their race.
Hold on, SVS, is lying morally wrong? No, fuck that.
You're just trying to justify
is insulting somebody,
discrimination,
John,
SV.
is insulting somebody needlessly wrong?
Yeah, you're living up
but
to
is
the
it illegal?
stereotype.
No, it's not fucking illegal. So Burning could say something is morally wrong and not want to make it fucking illegal. You idiot. Like, how stupid are you? Now you're calling him a fascist because he said that something is morally wrong, as if he wants to like become king of the USA and make it fucking illegal. Hey, I heard you didn't want to sleep with a fucking black person today. I'm gonna lock you up in prison, dude. What the fuck is your problem, dude?
Hey, listen,
I can't believe you're a real person. I cannot believe you're a real person. You cannot be real, guys. Am I insane? Am I insane, guys?
No, we're
please.
taking crazy pills right now.
Okay,
For example,
he is making
I
me
think
insane.
every race has good-looking people. You know, like
Oh my
every
god,
race
this guy's
has
making me
good-looking people.
fucking insane. I can't with these people.
So,
We're gonna force people to suck black dicks. If you don't, then you take to jail.
right, we're gonna force SV to sleep with black women. So,
well, why? Wait, why are you being homophobic now? Why not black men?
Are you bi or gay?
I mean, if it were up to you, I wouldn't have a choice. So, I mean, maybe that would be
What do you mean you have a choice?
to have a preference.
You can't control what your choice is.
No, because here's the thing: is like you're saying don't discriminate. Hold on. I'll tell you why I'm not. This is not a joke because you're saying don't discriminate on race. Well, why should I discriminate based on gender or sex?
Guys, earlier, remember when I said that most conservatives are secretly gay? This is what I'm talking about.
Then,
keep in
then
mind,
why
though,
don't you
we
find
established-
allyship? Hold on. Well, then why don't you find? Hold on.
Make me laugh.
No, but it's the same principle. You're saying don't discriminate based on race. Well, why discriminate based on gender? Isn't that wrong?
Because when it comes to sexuality, that is a biologically
Okay,
hardwired
well
thing.
maybe
You cannot
I just
change
want
that.
to hold on. If I'm a white guy and I only want to sleep with Asian women, is that
That's not
wrong?
no. That's not a biologically hardwired.
How do you know that?
Sir.
How do you know? Have you done all the research on that?
Wait, sir.
Okay,
do you have any clinical research?
Is there a
Right.
gene that you can point to that makes you want to fuck Asian women?
Is there a gene that you can point to that makes you want to fuck only black men? Or
Well, no, not necessarily a gene, but there are hormones. Well, not black men specifically, but definitely dudes. There are hormones.
okay, well maybe there's a hormone
But I
triggering
just
me
don't
that
know
only
what
want to be with Asian
hormone
women.
mixture I don't.
Or maybe I just watched too much.
Look, I'd love to see the clinical
much kung fu
research on
movies.
this. Okay, SV. I'd love to see the clinical research that says we have good research that says that people are born with hormones prenatally. Prenatally, they have like biologically hardwired to like or be attracted to only a white race, or
Right.
only this race, or only. I want
Right.
to see the clinical evidence for that, please.
Well, I mean, look,
Give it to me.
here's the example, though. Look, this picture that you have here.
Wait, do you have the
creating a
clinical
stereotype.
research?
Hold on, you're creating a stereotype of dumb Southern white people saying they're a proud product of incest. Where's your study for that? Vance Epstein,
I do have
2028.
studies
Where's
for
your
that.
study for that?
The
The
studies
swastika.
show.
Where's
The
your study
studies
for that?
show that incest is the highest in like the southern states.
Well, actually, it's
I can pull
probably
it
in
up.
other parts of the world, but you would get offended if I
No,
named
I'm talking
them.
about
So.
America, sir. Jeez.
Well, we live in an Earth. We don't only live in America. Why are
It
you
doesn't
so?
matter.
Why
I'm
are you
talking
so
about America, sir.
Eurocentric? Why are you so
I'm talking about
Eurocentric?
American politics, sir. Okay, this is not about. the
Well, American
world.
politics are world politics, are they not?
No, I'm talking about domestic politics, sir. So
I mean, that sounds a
in the
little.
realm- in the
that sounds a
realm
little.
of-
You're, brown people phobic to me personally.
No, it's not, because the U.S. has brown people in it. And so, sir, we're talking about domestic politics in the U.S. And so we're talking about incest in the U.S. specifically. And it's the highest among Southern white people, especially conservatives.
Well, then, if that's the case, why don't you feel bad for them and try to help them instead of tear them down?
Well, what do I do?
Go sleep with them. Maybe they'll change.
But they don't want to sleep with me.
Well, what if they did? Maybe they're all
Because they don't-
secretly
they only
gay.
wanna
You said,
sleep
hold
with
on. You
white
said
people.
conservatives are secretly gay. Maybe they are.
No, I'm saying they don't want to sleep with Asian people. They only like white people.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, most gay guys I know, they do like Asian guys. So.
I don't know about that.
Are you Asian?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
No, hold on, host. I thought you were blonde. I thought you were white and blonde.
Well, I'm half Asian and half white.
No,
So look, I'm really passionate. I'm really passionate about the subject matter. Like I've noticed a lot of things saying that like white male, Asian female, and like mixed Asian and white is bad, and it's like they're a bunch of fascists and all this stuff.
Well, it's a stereotype because people, like, especially Asian women, like white husbands or boyfriends, like they usually have this issue with, like, I don't know, they kind of not worship, but they see like white people, they put them on a pedestal.
But like here's the thing: is like I've been to Asia. Have you ever been to Asia before?
Yes.
Okay, and so you know what I noticed? It's like it's not really about like the hair color or something like that. It's about the culture. It's like they like the romantic aspects of European culture. Do you know what I'm saying? And like that doesn't really exist in most of Asia, right?
No, that's not true at all.
I mean, the parts of Asia I've been to, that's the truth.
Sure. Asia is known for making romance films. Europe is
Yeah,
not.
but I mean, like, China's been through 100 years of communism too, so like that might have put a damper on it,
Sure. The reason why Asian women like white men is because, especially in the Philippines and Thailand, is because they just want a way out.
I mean, but look, here's the thing. That's incredibly insulting to women. Are you saying that women only decide who they want to be with based on money or something like that? I mean, that's really
in
insulting.
certain circumstances.
I don't think it's just money, but as someone that's from that part of the world, my family's from that part of the world.
All these people believe.
Women saying that they don't know what they want. They're just.
I'm not saying they don't know what they want.
Hold on. If this, hold on. If they want to sleep with white men, why does that bother you? Why?
Argument. You keep thinking I am John and I am Burning. I never made this argument that it's
Okay,
wrong.
well, let me ask Burning then. Burning, do you have
Hold
a
on,
problem with
SVS?
Do you have a problem with it?
Okay, no. SVS,
Sir,
I'm
don't-
actually going
I
to keep
don't have an
interrupting you.
issue
I'm
with
going
it
to keep
because I
interrupting
like
you,
it.
and I don't give a fuck if host has to kick me down. I will keep interrupting you until you recognize and acknowledge that I am a different person than Burning, and I am a different person than John, and I have not made the same arguments
Okay,
as
well,
Burning and John.
well,
Are you
then make your
fucking
argument then, because
retarded?
you seem to be saying that, like, well, women are just infantile,
When did
dumb
I say
people
that?
who can't make their decision about what they want.
When did I
so-
say that?
That's what me and Ember are talking about.
Judge them for that? Are you going to judge them for that? And then you were saying, are you saying that they dream? And
I
then
mean, I
greatness
think the
that this
American
country can
dream
offer?
is mostly a pack of lies that are
Okay,
sold
so
to make us
that's your problem. Is that you hate
slaves to
America? That's your problem. Is that
corporations,
you hate
for sure.
America? That's your
Are you
fucking problem. Is you hate America and you're fucking
Well,
disgusting.
no, I think that Americans
You
are
hate
getting
America
ripped
and I
off.
love
Hold on.
America. That's
I
the
think
difference. That's why we.
I
that's
do
why
love
we're clashing
America,
so
but I
hard.
can also
No,
admit
you
that we're
fucking hate
being
it. You don't even believe that America is run by Americans. British people. People are racist for this, or people are
You don't
racist
believe
for
in
that,
God. You don't
or
believe
people
in
don't
humanity.
believe
You
this,
don't
and
believe
people
in
don't believe
anything.
that, but you don't even believe
Wait,
America is
SV,
America. You think it's
actually
fucking
think
Britain
believing in
2.0.
God is a good thing.
No, but
He
I'm
probably
talking.
thinks
Yeah,
God is owned by the fucking Brits, dude. This
Wait,
guy's
do you
actually
do
fucking
you
brain
not
dead.
think that it makes you sound like a boomer?
What?
Like you're like, oh, you don't believe in God. Like you kind of sound like a boomer.
No.
He
Well,
sounds like he's.
well, you missed what I said before that. I said he
Like, are
doesn't
you
believe
like
in
an
himself.
old?
Hell,
Okay, go
was
ahead
that
and
because
go
of the
ahead
Brits?
and
Was
go
it the
ahead
Britain
and
propaganda? Were they like Lucifer's a bad guy God, and you should fight against him? And
are you
we're
are
gonna
you
start-
an
do at
are you an
least
animal or a
SV
human? Can you control yourself?
SV, do
I'm
you
an
at least
animal. All
agree
humans are
that
animals. You fucking
your
moron.
do you at least agree, SV, that your religion is sexist and homophobic?
No, he doesn't. And if he does, it's okay because other people are sexist and
Just let him
homophobic in different ways.
answer.
Well,
I mean, why are we trying to have a substantive conversation with this guy?
Well, what I said, I'll answer your question. I just want to make sure it's clear. What I said to Pestis was this. I said, you don't believe in yourself, you don't believe in humanity, and you don't believe in God. I didn't say that towards you, Ember, because you do believe in yourself and you do
Well,
believe in
I
humanity.
actually
at least.
asked if you believe that your religion, you at least concede. If you believe that your religion
definition and we get into it, then
What do you think
maybe you're right,
sexism
but-
means, sir?
Well, let me look it up. Let's see what it means. I want to make sure
Okay.
I'm precise with my.
And then look up the other word too, and then you can, and then
Okay.
you know.
Yeah. Okay. Because I'll
You should
answer.
know what these words mean already.
Well, yeah.
It's 2026.
I mean, I know how they're used. I want to make sure that I'm getting it correct. Okay. So sexism is prejudice, stereotyping, or discrimination, typically against women based on their sex or gender, often rooted in traditional gender roles and power imbalances.
Yeah, so would you say that woman being less than a man
I know
and
SB hates that
property is
definition.
sexist?
No,
That's
I'm
gonna
trying to
call
answer
that
it
woke.
honestly. Hold on. I'm trying to answer it honestly. Okay, so it's prejudice, stereotyping, and discrimination. So based on their sex or gender, often rooted in traditional
Yeah, is
gender
saying
roles.
that woman is deeming that women are less than men and are
I
property of
don't
men?
think any man thinks that a woman's less
in the Bible,
than them.
in the Bible it says so.
Where in the Bible does it say that a woman
It
is
says
less than
a man serves to God as a woman serves her man. She's literally beneath
well
the
they
man
see
on
it
the
as a
pedestal.
hierarchy. It doesn't mean
Yes,
that it's
so
less
she
than.
is less than in a
That's
hierarchy.
Not, that's
who is
not what
below?
that means. That's not what that means. Though.
Sir, what do you think a hierarchy is?
It means that there's a order to things. It doesn't mean that.
No, hierarchy
So who
means
is higher
one
on
is
the
higher
fucking
than the
order?
other.
I can't. This guy.
Oh no. Yeah, but look, you're putting a negative connotation on something that Christians
Sir,
don't see it as a negative
hierarchy
connotation.
means one level is higher than the other.
No, it means holy order is what it means. It means
That's
holy
no order is not the same thing as hierarchy. Look up the difference.
Okay, you want me to look up the definition of hierarchy? I'll look it up.
Yeah, sure, for sure.
Hierarchy
Look up
is a
hierarchy
kind
right
of
now.
order.
Yes.
Look it up right now, sir.
Yeah, I'll look it up for you. Definition. Very simple. Okay. Let's see what the definition of hierarchy is.
And what's the punishment
A system,
for-
hold on. A system of organizing people, items, or concepts into ranked levels based on importance, authority, or or status.
Yes, so
Yeah,
if the
it's
man
ranked.
always has higher status than
It's
the woman,
ranked.
that's discrimination. That's
Okay.
prejudice.
But wait, no. You're prejudice. Okay, so you want to look up the definition?
It's
of prejudice now?
discrimination. It's not just prejudice.
Yeah,
It's
again,
discrimination.
you're saying that if you choose what you eat today, that's discrimination as well. If you choose to
Sir,
eat
we're
pizza
talking
or
about
hot
human
dogs, that's
beings. Human beings, though.
okay. But people still have to make choices in life, right? All choice
Yes,
comes
but
down to prejudice and discrimination.
biblically
Oh my
defining somebody
gosh.
as a less than you is a problematic. If you don't see that as problematic,
Well,
what is the harm
everybody has
created
to make
when we're
choices
talking
in
about
life.
harm? SVS.
All-
What is
all-
the harm?
all
What is the harm
choices in
created when
life-
I choose to make a
all
PB
choices
and
in
jelly
life can lead
sandwich,
to
or
problematic
have a
outcomes.
fucking, or have
all choices in life
lettuce or
include-
salad or some shit? There was no harm
SC,
created
do
there.
you think
There's no
that
systemic harm created there.
women
There's
are
systemic
less-
harm
Systemic.
created.
See, again, this is where you get into the weeds. You're just throwing out
when
terms
women are
like-
Wait,
deemed as
SC,
less
do you
than.
think that women are less than men in the hierarchy, like in the Bible?
They
Okay,
quite
I'll
literally
explain it
are.
to you.
They're
Hold on,
deemed as
hold on.
property, by the way,
I'll-
of their
listen.
fathers.
It's not that simple. And it's
No,
been
they are.
different-
What is the
listen,
punishment
hold
for
on.
rape?
It's not that simple, and it's been different throughout.
What is the
different
punishment for rape in the Bible?
Hopefully,
Paying
death.
50 silvers, right?
What?
50 shillings? What is the punishment for rape to the father of the woman?
I mean,
defiling
I have a
his
feeling
property?
that
You're
What's the
misconstruing
punishment for
listen,
defiling the
you're
property of the
misconstruing-
father?
You're misconstruing the Bible.
Maybe
There's a
Pestis
mix
was
of different.
Christian
Hold on.
before.
You're mixing.
I wasn't Christian before, but what is the punishment for defiling the property
No,
of the
that's.
father?
Oh my God, dude, you're being ridiculous. No, listen.
What is the
there's a-
punishment? It's in the Testament. It's in the Old Testament, bro.
No, there's different parts of the Bible. There's prose. There's poetry.
I don't care.
Well, then don't make
What is
claims
the
about it if you
punishment?
don't care
What
about
is
the
the
truth of what's being
punishment?
said.
I'm
Listen,
asking you a question.
It recorded.
What is the punishment
listen,
for
the
raping
Bible
a woman?
Listen, the Bible is a record. It's a history. It doesn't mean
What
that
is the
it's
punishment?
endorsing.
According
It
to
doesn't mean
divine
that it
law, what is the
endorses
punishment?
everything in the
Topic of
Bible.
hierarchy.
The Bible talks about a lot of things that happen. It doesn't mean that it endorses it. Okay.
What is the punishment? What is the punishment for raping a woman? Just answer the question.
I don't know what you're talking about, but again, even if it says everything that you're saying, it doesn't mean that the Bible is endorsing.
I'm not saying it's
what happened in the Bible. Okay.
Okay. Since you're actually this level, okay, of like Oh, this is the type of shit that irks me about Catholics. You want to sit
to the gate of that city, and you shall stone them to death with stones.
Oh my gosh. No, it doesn't really say that.
Yes, it does. Continue reading,
I thought
please.
this was stuff that you see in the Middle East.
It is. Continue reading, please.
Okay. The young woman, because she did not cry for help, though she was in the city, and the man, because he violated his neighbor's wife. So you shall purge the evil from your midst. But if in the open country a man meets a young woman who is betrothed, and the man seizes her and lies with her, then only the man who lay with her shall die. You shall do nothing to the young woman. She has committed no offense punishable by death.
Continue, please.
Okay. For this case is like that of a man attacking and murdering his neighbor, because he met her in the open country. And though the betrothed young woman cried for help, there was no one to rescue her. You want me to keep going?
Yes, please.
Okay. If a man meets a virgin who is not betrothed and seizes her and lies with her, and they are found, then the man who lays with her shall give to the father of the young woman 50 shekels of silver, and she shall be his wife because he has violated her. He may not divorce her all his days.
So if he seizes and rapes,
No. That's not what that means.
it says seizes. It uses the same
No,
word.
it's very no.
This is
Again,
your
see,
version.
hold on. No. That's not what that's saying.
Hold on, SVS. Hold on. This is your version. And Burning, I need you back right now.
The Bible does not condone
Burning,
rape.
I need you back right now.
You guys
If you-
cannot interrupt each other.
If Burning, you're telling me
so-
he's
You've been
trying to
talking
play
for
this
10
fucking
minutes straight.
semantic game right
You
now.
guys can't interrupt each other.
Okay. He's trying to play this fucking semantic game again. This is the disgusting shit because they don't use the word rape because maybe the word rape didn't even exist back then, but they say he seizes and violates a woman and takes her virginity. You're going to say that's not rape because they didn't use the word
Okay,
rape.
so we have
if
to
he
ask
said
SV what he thinks
SVS,
they mean.
sit here and deny it like the disgusting person you are. You will sit here and defend it. You will sit here and defend it. So what's another book where they kill something or murder something? So maybe we could talk about the book Hatchet. I'm sure in the book Hatchet, right after playing it was a long time. I read that book maybe in fourth grade.
Amber, are
So
you
I
going to
don't
let me
remember too
speak,
well.
or is this guy?
So
just
I'm not going to let you speak until you admit
it.
it's rape. So I will continue to speak because you can't admit that this is rape. You can't admit it's rape.
You're so triggered.
SVS, I am triggered. I am triggered because except for you and me now. Sorry, crap.
Yeah, we should restrict. Hold on.
Okay.
Do you?
I'm intrigued
Do
on
you
that
take
one.
the? Do you take the position where like the original constitutional position where like only landowners should vote?
No, not necessarily. So like,
okay.
And I know as an American, this might sound kind of ironic, Women? but I don't. I don't subscribe to the Constitution. Honestly, it's a piece of paper that has.
It is innocent until proven guilty. So go ahead and prove him guilty.
Yeah, the documents totally do that. I don't need to do that.
Show me a document that proves him guilty, please.
I can't share my screen on this fucking account. God damn it.
I think you're missing the point of our entire argument. A document can be manufactured.
By who?
Right. We asked for these for like 5 years. We get them. His name's all over them. It's not good enough.
Hey, yeah, this ain't good
You
enough.
can't exactly make a moral argument though about whether listen.
He
listen
can
for a
get
second.
34
Okay,
convictions.
hang on.
You'll
Can
know.
we have some
And we'll
decorum,
still bitch
please?
about it.
Can y'all have a conversation without talking over each other?
Sorry. Yeah.
Can we act like we
buried
were
in this
born
shit,
in a
it's
hospital
hilarious.
and not a barn, please?
But you know what
gentlemen?
else is funny? I mean, it's just like this guy will pardon people who beat cops, give them jobs, and then let somebody
contain
be
your emotions for, like,
protesting,
maybe 5
and they get
seconds. I was gonna
executed
ask
by
you a
cops,
quick
and then it's their fault. They deserved it.
The people
Post ain't
that
saying
the,
shit 'cause she knows she's
the
fucking
people
wrong.
the people that were beating on cops what was it 15 were not released.
It's not true.
100%
Yeah,
true.
that's
Look
not
it up.
true at all.
That's not true at all. Here, I will look it up.
Look at
actually.
this coward fucking
I
hide
will
his
look
face
it
behind
up.
a
Hang
mask,
on.
too.
So would you be the type of person to argue for due process?
User, what you say?
Are you toasted at a frat party on a political live at almost 5:30 in the morning, brother? What the fuck are we doing?
Chirac is back. Dude, I fuck with Chirac.
What was that?
Alright, clusterfuck of idiots.
Mr. Watch Your Mouth is back. What you talking about?
Hi, Shy.
What's up, baby?
You got
No,
real
but
quiet
your
all of a
thoughts
sudden,
on
Spectre
the
K, you know
new
that?
files. Huh?
What's the problem?
K guy, you got quiet all of a sudden when I asked him
Oh
about
no,
the
yeah,
process.
because I'm looking up the people who
What
beat
is the
cops getting
prompt?
pardoned.
What's the prompt?
Right now we're talking about the newly released e-files.
Oh yeah, book them all. Hang their ass from the highest fucking tree you can find.
Okay, yes, on January 20th,
from the
2025, his first day in office, Donald Trump issued a sweeping mass clemency that included individuals convicted on violently assaulting police officers during January 6th Capitol attacks.
Wait a minute. Can I just pause you for
The
a second?
clemency included mass pardon,
Why
quote, full, complete, and unconditional pardon was guaranteed to all convicted rioters,
Come on,
approximately
dude.
1,250 people. This group included over 175 individuals who pled guilty or were found guilty of violently assaulting law enforcement.
Why are we talking about J6? We're talking about the Epstein files and victim justice for the
Because Max
victims.
made a claim that Donald Trump did not pardon people who beat cops, and then when liberals or anyone for that matter is protesting,
he pardoned them for hold on.
Whole different. I'm talking about kids. Kids.
So let's not play that bullshit.
Young women. Young women. I'm talking about young women.
They
right
didn't.
now.
They didn't get.
Wait, he doesn't use the same root word? He doesn't use the same root word?
He does. Do you want to go to the bait deck?
He uses aid and I. Okay, go ahead. I'll pull it up right now on my screen.
Do you want? Yeah, but do you want to go? Do you want to go to the bait deck and get baked? We can go to the bait deck.
Yakovos, they're thinking that we're making some proprietary claim about the word where we have this like private interpretation of oiden. But I think there's no point in even talking.
Hold up. What does oiden mean? Plainly, what does oiden mean?
There's no point to even I'm gonna even if I answer, you're just gonna gallop around my wait.
What does oiden mean?
To make known.
No, it doesn't. It means knows. Doesn't mean to make known.
No, it does. Bring up the lexicon.
I will.
Okay, is no being used in a perfect tense, an aorist sense, or an infinitive sense?
I'm going to bring the lexicon right now.
Yeah, bring it. I have the Greek lexicon in front of me.
Put it up and write oiden right now. Then, if you have,
I'm not doing your homework for you. You said you're going to do it.
You're running. That's bad, bro.
What the fuck is this guy on about? Did you take crack cocaine or something?
Oh yeah.
But you can't be.
You're going to adjust the point and run ad hominem. You're going to attack me instead of my argument, or what are you going to do? Yeah, your host dropped you. Get out of here.
I'll quest back up, Drew.
Was it a prank or beans?
So do you even know what an argument is? Because I haven't seen a set of premises that follow up into a conclusion yet.
Shut the fuck up. I got the lexicon.
Where's the syllogism?
Okay, good.
Bro,
so
talk
now,
to your mother like that.
Yo, why'd you mute me?
Can you give me the symmetry breaker between oida and evenai when it's used?
Running like disciples.
Yeah. Your Quran
And I want to
says,
see.
your
And I want to
Quran
see it from
says
the
that
feedback.
Jesus taught the disciples. So nice job.
Yeah, I mean, financially benefits is 6 figures a year. It's significant. Might add as a business, that's a significant amount of,
I'm all down for a flat tax, 15%.
That's not even true. The Trump tax plan actually didn't really do that much overall. It had most impact on median income people making 50 to 60.
Yeah, that's
50 to 60,000
that's crazy. I mean,
a year.
I think you make over 100K a year, you should probably get more tax than somebody that's making 100K or 80K.
That's not equality.
Yeah,
I mean, that's just not how it works.
And you do get taxed less.
Right? You think the tax cuts that Trump did benefited the guy who makes 70K a year? That's
I think they did. The actual math actually shows that
percentage. You do get taxed less. If you make less money, you do get taxed less. If you get taxed, yes, it is.
Right.
Well, the truth is that we should all try to We should try to all have our own businesses so we can write off everything like Trump does. That's what Trump is telling Americans to do.
Absolutely right, sir.
That's not how that works. You can't just write stuff off. It's not like a magic not tax button.
But my point is that if Americans own more of their role in the economy and their labor and the products of their labor, then the system would be a lot more fair to everybody. The problem is that we're working
to everybody.
We're working for corporations that are ripping us off six ways from Sunday.
Make your own.
It's because corporations.
It's not that easy, obviously.
It's not that easy.
It has to be the highest level of wishful thinking ever heard tonight.
Like they have better buying power.
Just become Walmart. Just become Target.
Yeah.
You'll see. You'll succeed too.
Pick yourself up by your bootstraps, just like Target did.
No, it's a bootstrap.
So
No, I don't.
No, not necessarily.
I would love to burn it down.
Yeah,
I like how this guy thinks.
So Walmart, Walton, the original Walton.
Yeah, burn it down.
Well, listen, Walmart was just doing what's best for it, but the government allowed them to export all the manufacturing and jobs overseas so they can sell us cheap stuff.
Thank you.
And we don't own anything
for that.
They also decided not to pay people a living wage, so that way
living
wage.
I have a real question about this.
They allowed Walmart to do that because they were allowed to lobby politicians.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's not at all. None of these things are true.
Without the government,
absolutely none of these things are true. It's
that's talking hilarious. About a greeter at Walmart should have a living wage.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Why wouldn't they?
Because it's garbage.
I feel
so
like
what?
if you work
Do you think that somebody who's
40
greeting at
anyway.
Walmart doesn't deserve to live?
No, they deserve to live.
Strive to be better.
They deserve to
As a
live.
starting
Yeah, I mean, I think that.
Well,
is
JD,
garbage
it's
opinion
well, the
for
system
thinking
wouldn't
that they
work
don't
at
get
all
to
if
have
everybody
food
was
or
striving to do
housing.
better, obviously.
Well, the problem is that the fact
you
is
have a
well,
piece of shit opinion if you think
It
that
is
people that
working that
greet don't deserve to have food or housing.
JD,
What do you need food?
The
JD,
system
the
doesn't work
problem,
if everybody can live.
JD, the problem is that we're in a point in our country where there's a race to the bottom, right? All these manufacturing, all these jobs that the good paying jobs are either being exported overseas, are being imported. Foreign labor is being imported to take over, and AI is decimating.
What's a
jobs as
good
well.
paying job?
A good paying job will be one that gives you health insurance, that gives you benefits.
Well,
in general, just any benefit, like the general benefits
I'm pretty
that people
sure
want.
a Walmart greeter gets health benefits.
No, they don't.
Not really.
No,
they don't.
They don't.
No,
They do if
won't
they
give
work
them
so many
full-time
hours.
Okay, let me
the thing is,
let me say this to JD. Let me say this to JD really brief. Really brief. If I were to pay out of pocket for me and my wife for
Weaponized ignorance.
if I were to pay out of pocket for me and my wife for our health insurance in America as two completely healthy adults,
you go bankrupt.
it would be $1,500 a month out of pocket. Do you think that that's a just and fair price
Out
for a
of
completely
pocket?
healthy person?
No, sir.
Yes.
No, sir.
So I mean, out of pocket.
Yes, like
You know
out of
what
my
a
own
deductible
pocket,
Like
I
you
would have
have
to pay
no
$1,500.
job.
Well, like, you know what a deductible is? That's what it is.
Stop. It's not deductible. Deductible is what you pay.
Yeah, but my point is that
It's the same thing if you don't
why,
have
you're
a
forced to buy health
That's like a
insurance in this
terminal illness.
country, and
You are
you're
forced to buy health insurance. I don't agree with it, but you are. Yeah,
okay.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
that's a whole
you're
fucked up
basically
thing,
just
too.
saying it's cool that
but that's
people
not
die.
that's not corporations. That's government.
Here's
No, that's
why
corporations.
corporations.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You got to be
No,
joking.
it's completely corporation. It's complete corporate greed, bro.
Like
Corporations
Walmart pays
want-
their-
It's
Walmart
like Michael's
specifically
saying that they won't pay for birth control. Like they can decide what they're not going to be paying for your health insurance.
They shouldn't have to pay for birth. So okay,
That's how it was before Medicare.
a company shouldn't have to pay for
Obama
birth
created
control.
Medicaid.
That's your choice.
You're ridiculous, honestly.
How
I
is that
can't fucking take you
ridiculous?
seriously, you're ridiculous. Like it's health insurance. If it's
Birth
something that
control
you
is
have
health-
no
is-
control of,
Birth. You have no control of birth control. Don't have sex.
yeah. Don't have sex. Okay, so yeah, you're fucking
realistic.
ridiculous. I can't take you
That's-
seriously.
How is that
I'm mentally
ridiculous?
handicapped.
Because that's worked throughout history. Even when they
That's hilarious, bro.
were actually unaliving people for doing the act, yeah, that stops people from having kids.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you're mentally handicapped, JD. I don't know what to tell you.
JD, or am I one that says that you should fucking do your own job?
No, you're fucking stupid.
JD, all I have to say is this: having sex is a completely normal thing in human nature,
People
right?
take responsibility for it.
Well, yeah, people need to take responsibility.
But here's the thing: is like we're being hold on.
Government pay for your pill.
The government is colluding with the corporations to screw over the average person in this country and in the world, frankly, right?
It's such a boomer answer.
I'm not a boomer.
How is it?
Seriously,
idiot.
That's why you're mentally handicapped.
I'm mentally handicapped. Look.
Yeah,
that's all you have to see. So
don't accept how the world works. Like,
I don't accept how the world works. What are you talking about?
Yeah, just don't have sex. Go fuck yourself.
I didn't say don't have sex. I said take responsibility for it.
JD, I
just
respect
accept
your
the
view.
consequences. Are you fucking kidding me?
Take responsibility for your own actions.
Yeah, are you fucking
you're
stupid?
fucking stupid.
Yeah, like
I'm stupid for saying take responsibility for your own actions.
Well, you're
obviously we live in a political system. Hold on, we're obviously in a
pointing out the
political
fucking
system
obvious.
where we can't
How is it
just take
stupid for me
responsibility.
saying take responsibility for your own actions?
You're not
It's
wrong.
stupid
You're not.
for you. It's stupid for you to say that a job is allowed to tell you that you're not allowed to get coverage for your health for your like contraceptives.
You can pay for it.
Yeah, they should be able to pay for it because it's healthcare.
Why should they have to pay for it?
Because
they should have to pay for it because it's
why are
healthcare.
why are you feeling bad for faceless corporations? Is my question.
Well, look. Here's the thing: is like, look, you could make the argument.
Take responsibility for your own actions.
No. Look,
why can't you do it?
Why would the
I mean, you live in
corporation-
America. Why can't you
Why
do
would
it?
why would the corporation take a risk on hiring somebody who is sexually active?
What?
Why aren't we holding the corporations accountable?
Okay, I agree. Why should we?
It's a private choice.
You're hiring.
Why
people
should we
who are
hold them
sexually
accountable?
active.
But
Also-
nothing is a private choice in a global economy. See, that's
What are you
the problem.
talking about? It's your choice in America.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but look, here's the thing: is like, would you agree that Americans have been totally great by the economic situation of this country? Yes or no?
Have Americans been totally great?
No.
No, we've been lazy.
No,
we haven't.
Americans are some of the hardest working people.
Americans
in
are
the
not
world.
lazy.
We hit record
What are you
numbers
talking
of
about?
productivity.
I said voting.
We have hit record numbers of productivity in 2024. What are we talking about?
I said the voting aspect.
When it comes to voting, the problem is that, and again, this is why I do believe we need to do restrictions on voting. There are people in this country that vote against their own interest, that vote
Seriously.
against America.
White educated women, to be honest with you.
And
Yes,
that-
it is white educated women. Yes.
And that's
I hate that I'm agreeing with like
freedom
with like neo-fascists, but like
United by
seriously.
misogyny,
I don't even think you know what neo.
divided by political stances, and united by misogyny.
JD, you're mentally
I find it
challenged,
ironic,
so I don't
like-
want to hear what your opinions
I
are.
understand that because I contradict what you're saying.
Well, it's like to sit here and
you
think you have a
contradict what I'm
choice.
saying because you're mentally challenged.
Is that what it is?
To sit here and
That
say
is
you have a choice over
genuinely what it
who is
No,
president.
That's what you think it is.
No, that's the fact.
No, it's not.
Hey, okay, no, nuh-uh. Sticks and stones, whatever. I don't give a shit. Like, are you
Yeah.
fucking
I know
kidding me?
you don't give a shit.
get
That's
that-
why you just fucking throw out.
One of your actual responses was "Don't have intercourse." That's
Yeah, are you fucking
the
kidding
most
me?
unrealistic answer. To
It's not an unrealistic.
Yes,
Well,
it is.
listen,
Yes,
but
it is.
listen, but hold on.
Look,
But would
it's
you
not
agree,
anybody
And
Jim?
I
else. You're
also
an
I also
incel.
backed it up
Hey,
with
chill.
take
Now,
responsibility.
When has that ever worked?
No.
Tell me, when has that ever worked?
Yo,
Take
he's a boomer.
responsibility.
Second time.
Yeah, but
Fun
here's the
fact,
thing,
it's never
JD. But
worked.
do you believe that people in a community or a country or nation should try to help each other get through things so that society is like stable and good in general,
Yes.
like the church used to do?
No, I don't believe in churches.
What's wrong with you? Why you don't? So you don't believe in community? You don't believe in church? You don't believe in family?
Are
You
you
don't believe in
Trump?
anything?
Are you pro-Trump?
I don't believe in organized religions. No.
So he's
But
a
you're pro-Trump, right?
Am I pro? I voted for Trump. I don't know if I'm actually I think he's been doing
Yeah,
a
that's
horrible job
that's
right now.
typical, I guess. That's
Hold
typical,
on,
I guess.
but
Voting for somebody that
but-
does the exact opposite of what you want, that's very typical of a boomer.
hold on.
God, I
but-
love
but-
Kalu.
Hold on, but
Kalu is so fucking.
But JD, so you're saying that you don't want people to have like communities that help them when they have kids, to help them when they need a job, help them when they like fall on hard times?
No, I think organized religion has hurt more people than helped.
I mean, throughout all of human history. I mean,
Yes.
throughout all of human history,
throughout human
religions
history,
have
yes.
been
I mean,
okay.
Organized religion is fairly.
JD, what are you? Some like type of fucking Redditor mod for /r atheist?
No, I think
libertarian.
regular mods are far more intelligent.
Well, it sounds like I just wants to keep fucking feeding these people money. Like, this guy's insinuating the fact that JD's wrong. No, like,
JD is wrong. If you have a me,
what's your solution to this? Like, you just want to tax people more, give homeless people more money?
Yes, we literally have only seen good things from taxing more people. We've only seen benefits from taxing more people.
Yeah, good luck.
The best quality of life was when we had 70% tax rate.
The 1%, like we usually do.
Bullshit.
Honestly, I
Which
think
I
this
said, I think
country-
we should do a flat tax of 15%.
Well, I think no. I think this country.
15% of somebody that makes $1,000 versus someone who makes $100 million.
It's not your fucking right.
Yeah,
You have no right.
Money more.
You have no
This
right.
country, this
My money.
country,
we
taxes enough.
It should be a progressive tax.
This country collects enough taxes that we're able to support, the majority of American people here. It's just the fact that most of our tax dollars are spent recklessly,
blowing up other countries. Essentially.
Well, we did become the world police after World War II, but we don't make enough for the amount of money we put into the Department of war now.
But here's the thing though, like obviously we've had like endless immigration because people aren't having kids in this country. So people stop having kids here, the economy's falling apart, then they import people in to cut our wages. They let the women
would
go
have
into the
more
work.
kids if they had higher living conditions.
Yes,
Right. But here's the other thing: they put women in the workforce. Listen, they put
subsidized healthcare for it.
Yeah, but they put women in the workforce to cut wages. Then they bring in immigration.
Healthcare you're talking about.
That's focusing on the tiniest detail of why people aren't having any kids. People, even if they have women in the workforce, they have kids when they have free healthcare, when they have sufficient.
But listen, have you ever raised a kid? It's really hard. Hold on, it's hard to have a job and raise a kid, though. It's really hard to.
Honestly, it sure is. My dad. If you want to know a personal anecdote, which doesn't mean anything, but my dad, he quit his job to take care of me when I was born.
I understand
and
that.
Still, it doesn't mean that
it's not expensive.
Is going
hold
to
on.
have kids
I'm not saying
expensive.
it's expensive. I'm saying it's time consuming. It takes a lot of time to raise kids.
Sure is.
What America needs to promote, we need to have a government that, honestly, in my opinion, we should promote where women don't go to college in their youth, right? They should focus on having a family. They should focus on having kids. I think American government should promote a household on a single income where a man can support his family on a single income again.
I take issue with that, Duke, because the nuclear family structure, it actually came from capitalism. Prior the Industrial Revolution, we didn't have nuclear families. We had extensive families or chosen families because
I agree with you, Kalu. The only thing I would say is that we can't.
Hold on. That I think you're insinuating that like the nuclear family is inherently more valuable, and that there are plenty of fathers and mothers that are not equipped to have.
I agree.
Kids.
I agree with you guys. The only thing I would say in opposition to you is that we can't stop the industrial situation we're in. The technological stuff is accelerating.
No, but you can mitigate its effects. You can mitigate its effects if you can grant access to proper housing to larger groups of people and communities.
I want
then
to
you can ensure the existence and surveillance of larger communities.
Yeah, I can agree with that, and I cover this a lot on my channel. But I would say that, like, here's the thing: is like the only problem is that they're obviously propagandizing people away from like anything like a nuclear family or a chosen family or any of this. They're making everybody like weird bug people who live in pods and stay on the internet all day, right? So,
Well, like,
you will eat the bugs. I know. I know.
The fact is that raising a kid now in this country, I mean, raising a kid is expensive, right? It's not cheap.
well, it's time consuming. It's not expensive.
And
Kids don't need much. They just need food and attention.
Well, it's both. Okay, I'll give it. I'll give it that. Right, it's both. It is expensive and it is time consuming, and that's why I'm saying that we need to have an American government that promotes having. I'm not saying they need to force them. I'm not saying force. I'm saying promotes. Right, where they promote the nuclear family, right? Promote having women stay at home at a young age. If a woman wants to go to college, once her kids
I think it's
are grown,
interesting also that you advocate for the woman to take care of the child, where the dad could take care of the child as well.
Wait. When did they stop?
But
when
also,
did they
like,
stop marketing the
from my experience, like, it's a quarter of the income between my wife and I to like have a kid watched. Like, it is expensive. It's not cheap.
Well, that's why you need like grandmas and grandpas and uncles and aunts and other people and stuff.
Yeah, but I think that's like very narrow-minded. Like, why, you're just insinuating that people live near their grandmas.
Yeah, but it's because we're all making economic decisions rather than like familial. And I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just saying this is the reality that we're in, right?
Yeah, but like my family is like all the way over in Maryland, and I live in Texas. Like, I don't have that benefit.
Don't care.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't care. You don't care.
I don't care.
You're a willing incel.
I want to give a capitalist perspective on housing, on the crisis of family. So I think that the crisis comes because government started to create zoning laws. The government started to create zoning laws and bureaucracy that impedes now free construction of housing. And before you could just get to your land and start constructing.
I think
now you need
free
to wait
construction of housing
years and years, because like you just say, you have to have a certificate of structure safety, and everything else is yourself doing it.
Who pays for it?
Well,
are you against
true capitalism? That's a result of capitalism, right?
No, it's the result of bureaucracy. It's a social.
It's a result. No, it's a result of capitalism.
Let me ask true capitalism one question. Are you an anarcho-capitalist?
I'm a minarchist.
Okay, so almost an anarcho-capitalist.
Can you explain that? Because I'm not sure what that is.
The state only regulates for non-aggression. For example, you can't have theft, fraud, kill people, hurt people.
You're a Molyneux fan, right? I learned from.
So
Molyneux.
you just regulate with a constitution and have the state.
Are you a Molyneux? Are you a Molyneux guy?
But you don't take free competition, for example.
Are you a Molyneux? Are you a Molyneux guy or
you sound like the right wing version of what I am, where like the state only regulate. It sounds like you like you're like only the state only regulates the bare minimum.
Yeah, not the minimum, just for aggression.
It sounds like he experienced true hardship.
For example, in
Portugal,
we have the highest price of housing in all of Europe, and we have one of the lowest medium wages. And that is
because where are you from, if you don't mind me asking?
Portuguese. From Portugal.
Portugal. Okay.
Portugal is beautiful, bro.
We need, yeah, I know, but we need like 5 years to start constructing a house, and we need a huge amount of documents and pay for permits, and most of the land has zoning laws, and you can't construct anywhere. If you come here, you can see this clearly.
But then they try to send like endless migrants to Portugal too, right?
Yeah, and then they inflate the prices of housing with this huge amount.
So would you say that the capitalist class are using the government as a weapon against the people? And
exactly,
yes, they are.
But like, what's wrong with the migrants coming to Portugal?
What's wrong is that you are importing like people from the third world without qualification, and it's lowering the wages of the poor people because you have more
and raising the price of the housing and the food and everything else.
Portugal like ranked in the like top 10 to 15 range.
So like, is that the problem of the people that are immigrating, or is that the problem of the people that are paying the wages?
No, the problem is the government that is subsidizing all this and allowing for uncontrolled.
They enforce it at the point of a gun. They enforce the rules at the point of a gun. That's the problem.
Remember, government.
I agree with you. I don't know how to say your names. But like, yeah, I definitely think that the state has like a monopoly on that violence. But like, you know, I think that like
any state has a monopoly on
in-
violence.
I think that the capitalists are doing this. Like the real estate investment funds get a lot of money because they don't need to construct more houses. Their prices are just going up because there's no competition.
I'm in California. They do the same thing here, where like the rich people own like half of every city, and then they let you fight for the leftovers. So like
but the rich people are the capitalists.
a
They're the ones
100-year-old
benefiting from the
house
system.
cost $1 million, and you have to put $500,000 to fix it. So it's actually up to code.
I could
Austin,
buy
Texas,
a
and
mobile
it's-
like a
it's
modular
you
house
can't
here.
afford a house unless you're an engineer, and so like, you know, they don't build enough houses around here.
I could build a house for like 50,000 with the modular houses and the land cost here, but I can't, and I'm forced to buy a 250,000 house, which is like 5 times the price.
Forced to buy anything
because of government.
Do you not understand the young white male's perspective on this?
And that's why I can have a bigger family, because
You can
I
just say
buy a
young
house.
male. It doesn't need to be white.
No, it's very important that he's white. Yeah.
I mean, in the sense of like, yeah, my people don't think this guy should be here, and they think this guy's taking jobs of my people, our people. And like, do you think there's any validity to that?
Do you think the U.S. considers the Portuguese as white?
No.
Unfortunately,
Well, I mean, in the sense of like,
Well, but look, here's the thing: is white is a totally made up term. Hold on. White is a totally made up term.
you're not American. You're not
White. Hold on. White is a
But
totally
he's not
made up
living
term.
here. He's living in Portugal, dude.
White is a totally made up term.
Also,
white. Okay, no, white is just a catch-all term for Western Europeans.
No, it's not. It's a pejorative term that is used to like scapegoat white people for all the problems of all of history, essentially.
Incredible.
Every single ethnicity is made up. We all like indistinguishably genetic.
Like Irish people weren't considered white until like maybe the 60s.
Irish, exactly.
Or Italians weren't considered white until like
the Irish.
White is an economic term for liberal. Hold on. White is basically like hold on. White is basically a liberal term that just says like you're a wage cuck and you just pay your bills and shut up and do your
We
job.
cannot deny that white supremacy exists. There are people that consider themselves as white and try to enforce whiteness throughout society.
Yeah, they're called the capitalist class, as you put it. But that has nothing to do with the average white person who's just like living their life and trying to survive.
No one is saying that.
Oh, you the biggest, big bro.
Capitalist class. What the?
You the right.
See,
but
like
again, Portugal,
there is some validity to that argument.
You blame Portugal's government for how bad the housing market is, but if you just look up, like where is Portugal ranked in terms of countries, it's top 10, 12 in almost every list that I've seen.
Shit about Portugal.
Top 10 what? Top 10 poverty.
No.
Who gives a shit? Like the guy lives in Portugal.
At least 9 power countries in
You're
Europe.
fucking stupid. Oh yeah, you're fucking stupid.
You look up,
true capitalist lives in Portugal. That's why we're talking about it.
I said I don't care about.
You guys kind of
sure you don't fucking care about it, but we're not talking about it. We're talking about him.
This is what Fuentes preaches.
Are you a Fuentes fan?
No, I'm not. But again,
I think he's funny.
I approach the situation with nuance. Like there is validity to this. Like me as an American, I am allowing people to come here, and they are taking not my jobs, but fellow Americans' jobs, and that's benevolent of me to allow that to happen.
I have an argument to ask you.
I want to go and pick strawberries, but all of those Hispanics are there anyways. Yeah, I want to
being like
do you know?
with this shit.
Do you know how
Like-
expensive it is to like pay for a strawberry that a guy named Noah picked? It's like $15. You get a strawberry that's picked by a guy.
Yeah, but see, this is the thing is
even
because
taking that into account, like without even taking that into account, what do you think, Carl? You are a capitalist. You are a proud capitalist. You said that capitalists, the people, the private entrepreneurs that have no shame in taking and seeking their personal interest in things, you have no problem with them. So why do you think they would stop importing foreign labor to the country? Because even in the actual conditions today, like the MAGA deportations and everything, the end goal isn't to deport
I would
the
agree.
migrants.
Hold on. I would agree with you.
Let me just finish. No, JD, please. please let me finish. The end goal of deportations isn't to deport the migrants. It's to instigate fear and make the workers, the illegal workers in the country, accept harsher working conditions, as it's usually the case.
You're probably
Immigration
right.
is incremental to the functioning of capitalism.
Why doesn't he
It's
ever
necessary
go
for
after
capitalism to function, to have immigration.
That is exactly how
It's not
gonna go.
necessary. It's good for the
more upset
bourgeoisie.
with the people coming in the country than the corporations that bring them in.
Well,
undermine
no,
you.
they're using immigrants as a weapon against both the population and exploiting the workers, right? So
But they're actively creating both the conditions from which the people are leaving their countries, and then they're benefiting from the consequences.
So
listen,
corporations.
listen, Kalu, you would say that people on both sides of the argument are actually reinforcing the system, and I would agree.
No, what I'm saying is that corporations are both creating the conditions in the home countries why the people would leave by, for example, waging civil wars. As we know, like Sudan, the war is caused by Arabs, the Saudis and the Emiratis. Congo, it's caused by Rwanda, which in turn is caused by the US. All of these destabilization. Let me finish. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
okay,
and by the
we're
US,
bragging
that's
about it.
Yeah, we are.
They're actively benefiting also from the consequences because they get cheap labor from illegal immigration. My argument is that we should ensure that corporations aren't allowed and able to influence home countries to such an extent that these countries would collapse and effectively create huge waves of migration.
Yeah, I agree with you. I just think the solution is to delete their power by minimizing government, and you believe it is a communist revolution.
But the problem.
You're the first person to know this.
Yes.
Capitalism.
Eviscerate the bourgeoisie.
Well, hold on. I just want to say one thing to Kalu because I think it'll bridge the gap between capitalism and communism, right? Here's
you want to preach about the third way?
There's no gap to fucking. There's no.
No, I'm not. No, listen.
Yes, there is.
Let me just finish my
it's
comment,
called the third position.
I'm not even a third positionist. So my argument is this: like, wouldn't you say that they've fused Trotskyism as the outer shell to protect the inner shell of capitalism?
Well, yeah, to some extent, but Trotskyism isn't only about globalizing the revolution, to say the least. Like Trotsky also has a lot of ideas about democratization of the workplace. It's not at its core. It's not Trotskyist policy per se, but of course it's in the same kind of ideals.
But a lot of the people who are chanting against capitalism right now are saying no borders, no USA at all, whatever. You know what I mean? So
because yes, we want free travel of people, but we don't want free travel of capital. Capital needs to be secured
let's have that conversation.
Secured.
But see, this is the thing is like but that's disingenuous though, right? You understand that the people who are shouting this are literally Trotskyist capitalists lying to the people about that. You know that.
No, it's not really.
I don't believe.
Social democratic.
I do think
people.
that the only
social
way
democrats created this. It's not the capitalists that created this. This power of the bourgeoisie comes from social democracy.
Why are we?
Because social democracy gives power to the government.
Democrats
with
in
social
with the anti-capitalists. That makes no sense.
Literally, the reason for the bourgeoisie to have control in the government is because the government received power by the social democratic propaganda.
Come to Minneapolis, man. See what it's like.
Minneapolis is one of the best.
Minneapolis is like literally the headquarters of global corporations. I mean, let's be honest here.
Yeah, I mean, I live here. I grew up here. It's not.
Isn't the Mall of America in Minneapolis?
Yeah, no, but like literally, this is my point. Is like the people screaming from the rooftops in Minneapolis are literally working for like global capitalist firms all over the world, and they're like, please keep the immigrants. We need them to undercut all the stupid Americans who don't know
we
any
understand
better.
as workers, you need to understand that taking out the illegal immigrants and enacting these policies.
But you
will
know
not
that's
have an
dishonest.
effect
Wait,
on working
you know that.
conditions.
Hold on. You know that's
No, it
dishonest.
won't. It
You know
won't.
that they're literally working for Trotskyist capitalist people. You know that for a fact.
No, that's not true.
I know
That's
this
not
is rare to
That is
see.
100% true.
I know this is
I don't
rare
think
to
that's
see,
true.
but this is where.
Have you guys read
community
Gramsci? Have you guys read Gramsci before?
Yes, I did.
I think
actually.
the people that are protesting specifically are just saying that, like, if you have the ability to travel, you should be allowed to travel to whatever country you want.
I mean, that's totally bullshit, though. Have you been to other
That's
countries and
naive.
tried?
I would
Have
agree
you
with
have
you.
you
I would
ever
agree
been
with
to
you
other
that
countries?
this is naive.
Have you
This
ever?
rhetoric
why
is
the
naive.
protests are going
I
on.
do agree.
Hold on. So you're saying nationalism is Nazism? Is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what we say at all.
I mean, I've heard a lot of people with the same thing that you believe saying that. So are you sure?
Yes, because they're uneducated. They're not educated enough
not a
in
fan of
Marxist theory to
nationalism,
understand
no.
Isn't
No,
this
you
what they
cannot. You
want?
can be not a fan of nationalism, but equating it with
Well,
Nazism is
but
not
how are you going to dissolve all
relevant.
borders and capitalism at the same time? That's that's not what's behind all this.
No, of course, I
The
don't.
capitalists
I don't
are
agree
trying to
that-
I'd be a
dissolve
fan of
borders.
dissolving all borders and nationalism.
Yeah, but guess who wants to dissolve all the borders? The capitalist tech oligarchs are who's trying to dissolve all the borders right now. So I mean, why are you guys on the side of those guys?
I'm sure I agree with them on some aspects.
Right. Well, isn't that convenient then? See what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure. I'm not
Mhm.
going to pretend like I don't agree with them on some aspects.
Yeah,
but, like,
I
that
can
doesn't
agree with
mean
them on
that I
some
agree with
aspects
them
too.
at the
But the thing is like anybody who's
Yeah, that's some
pro-nationalist is
fucking
getting called a
bullshit.
Yahtzee, and then when you call out the
That's not
Trotskyist
true. That's not
branch,
true. That's victim. That's
I didn't
victimhood.
call
Because
you
of
a
what type of
Yahtzee.
nationalist are you? Like, are you a white nationalist?
no, I'm not.
Okay, so you wouldn't be considered a Yahtzee.
I'm an American
That's
nationalist.
not what your people are saying.
That's not.
But
at
that's
all.
not our people, man.
Your people, like I'm not a
Who is
Democrat.
saying people on Twitter? Are we really saying
Who's your people?
What you mean by that?
People calling to dissolve all borders and bring in a communist
talking about
Maoist
people
revolution
on
right now.
Twitter? Are you talking about people
Yeah,
on
like-
Twitter?
Democrats for sure are
No,
not doing
right
that.
now, man, you're using terms like they're interchangeable, like Marxism, Trotskyism, Maoism. These things have nothing in common. Like
Well,
they have
America,
It
hold on.
sounds like he's
America's
including
hold on.
Democrats,
America's run by
which are
neocons,
not.
and hold on. America's run by neocons, and neocons are very known to be Trotskyists. Are you denying that?
I will deny that. Yes, I
I
will
think
deny
I
that.
am. I think I am.
You heard about? Did you understand? Did you know who James Burnham is?
No, I do not know who that is.
Okay, he's like the guy who invented the CIA, more or less, basically.
Okay.
Like,
How's that
like,
relevant?
the CIA runs the United States as well as other countries.
What? That is
And he was a Trotskyist, and he uses Trotskyist tactics to overthrow everybody with color revolutions.
You don't think the president of the
That's
United
true.
States runs the government?
The CIA is a big fan of trying to.
Well, if I
overthrow
can
communism.
finish this discussion here, I want to hear this. Like, you don't think the president runs the country?
It's not.
Is that what you're?
At the behest of the president, and the
Yes.
are the executive branch. So the CIA is not. This is like
Well,
like
I understand.
right-wing conspiracy nonsense. To
Oh,
say
so how do you think the world is running? Do you think it's run not on conspiracy? How do you think anything gets done in this world, if not by conspiracy?
Neoliberalism.
Well, it gets all my money. That's how it
Profit and
gets done.
incentives.
Do you think capitalism can run without conspiracy? It's literally predicated upon
We live
conspiracy.
in
Conspiracy is how you think the world is ran?
Capitalism is run by conspiracy, obviously. You guys know
It's
that.
not conspiracy if you
Probably,
know
yeah,
what's
I
going
think-
on.
Yeah,
I think I might agree
that's
with that.
basically
Yeah, I probably. agree
Nazia
with that.
is right. It's not a conspiracy if you know who is responsible.
You don't know who, though, obviously. And if you talk
Yeah,
about
I
it, you
probably-
get accused. Hold on. If you talk about it, you get accused of being a Yahtzee or an anti-Semitic, or you get accused of being
No one accused you of
a
anything. dude.
Maoist, or
That's
you get
just
accused of being a
victimhood. Like
Maoist.
you're just victim fantasies. We are not calling you a Yahtzee at all.
Yeah, no, I mean you can't. Right? You cannot call me
No,
in my own country a Yahtzee. That's not how it's going to work here. But he's right. You know. And my question to you guys is like, why did you not position yourself to make money off this stuff? Like
Basic
money
human
should be
decency,
abolished.
maybe.
Look, aren't all
I
countries
think money should disappear.
Carl, you might be the most honest person here. I'm just saying. It's possible.
aren't all countries
Yeah, I
currently
and
social
really like
democracy?
Carl. Carl, I'm a big fan of Carl.
well, I'm a
Aren't
big
all
fan of you,
countries
man. Let's
social
like,
democracies?
let's win together. But like, I'm confused. Like, if you recognize
Carl,
all this shit,
I would kiss you if you were right here. But honestly,
that's weird.
That's well, you can call it weird, whatever you want. Anyway,
that's not weird. That's not weird. That's called freaking brother's love.
It's only weird if you make it weird.
I mean, I just wanted to say that social democracy, you know, it's the reason we're in this crisis is because we no longer have honorable rich people. When the bourgeoisie started, they were honorable, just people who believe in their ideals.
How many rich people do you hang out with? No, rich people just don't like the poor people. No.
There is such thing as virtuous elitists.
That's the richest take so far.
That's not true.
Virtuous elitists can exist, and they have existed. They built this country.
Just like Elon Musk, right?
Can I ask a question for the group? Like,
Why
what
would
do you
I
consider
pay my
rich?
fucking taxes for this bullshit, bro?
Quick question. What do you guys consider rich? Like, what tax bracket? Like, what dollar
10 mil
amount do you
plus.
consider
10 mil
rich?
plus. 10 mil plus.
10 mil plus. Okay.
Yeah.
Rich in Europe or in Portugal. It's like
Just like
200.
I guess. Well, I was thinking American.
I don't like the term rich because I don't think
It's more
like
than
really you
60,000
can't
a year. It's already
see.
too much.
Here's the thing: is most rich people don't actually own the assets; they have them wrapped up in corporations, right? Like, there's not a lot of
That's
people
not true.
who no,
Yeah,
most
not
people
true.
most people don't have a
can I
lot of
be-
personal assets who are rich, right?
Can I be completely transparent here? So, like,
Most rich people get their money from family.
because like in my job, if I'm gonna be completely transparent, I make over 120K a year in my job,
Pre-tax?
and
Pre-tax.
I donate probably 40% of my paycheck into different charities. But like,
You're upper middle class, then. You're upper middle class.
yeah, I'm definitely for sure like better off. But
Well,
I
after
don't think
after
that,
taxes and 40%, you're not doing that well. I mean,
You're not. You're at 80K.
Sure. 40%, I might be just like that's 40 to 30%, somewhere around there. Like, I donate my time. I
You
donate
make $100,000 a year and
money.
you donate 40%.
I donate. Well, I make 120 to 126K a year.
Yeah, that's upper middle class. I mean, can you?
So-
Yeah, like
What do you think of like? You could start your
But,
own
like,
charity
I don't-
and then
I
use
don't
that as a
think
tax
that-
deferred account. Like, why don't you do that?
I'm sorry.
Like, why don't you start your own charity and then use that as a tax deferred account?
Well, I don't think that people should be making
Bro
as much
doesn't
as
understand
I do.
the point.
My point.
You don't understand the point.
My point
Well, no,
is
I understand
that
the
like
point.
I don't think that I
just
should
gotta
be
win.
making as much as I do. And like the money that I make, like my wife and I, like we do really well. And like with my, like, having a kid, like we do okay. But like, I donate as much as I can because I want to be able to try to, to be as cheesy as possible, to be the change that you want to see in the world. And I donate as much as I possibly can. And I donate my time. I at least put one day a week in